I'm not yours this time, let go. I'm not the one to blame. I see that you are still the same. Now you run like a bitch, but you know I caught your bluff. Now you are the victim, stop, I had enough. Cruising on a joyride, light heart, I feel free. You're out of the picture, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Ciao, c'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Ciao. Why such a sad face? 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 Now you run like a bitch, but you know I caught your bluff. Now you are the victim, stop, I had enough. Cruising on a joyride, light heart, I feel free. You're out of the picture, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Ciao, c'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Ciao, boy.
As I'm running through this jungle, I see faces. I'm looking back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more. No review mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through all these barriers. Don't make me look back no more. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through. Try to make me fall, yeah. As I'm running through this jungle, I see faces. I'm looking back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more. No review mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through all these barriers. Don't make me look back no more. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through. Try to make me fall, yeah.
12 rounds, ding ding. Sick and tired of the whole damn thing, yeah. Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no. Got the belt like a king. Heavyweight champion of the whole damn thing, yo. Full of gas, full of spin. Jekyll and Hyde, you're the evil twin. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, you're never gonna. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down.
hesitation for some meaning to explain feelings. Are we strangers in the night with open arms? I'm calling. I'll be there when you're falling down. You're out of danger when I'm in sight. Just seeking you shall find me. Yes, I'll be bringing you to life. Won't be no stranger I can be your everything if you stay. Please just say you're mine. I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? Ooh, I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. Ooh, I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? Ooh, and I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. I need you. I need you. I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something.
Do you want all my love? Can you taste what you found? We will weld to the ground. Praxiteli sculpted me. This is space, this is time, and the heat gets stuck inside. My body pale as snow. All is lost when you're not around. I'm your home, I'm your hell. I'm the scent you always smell. Catch the gold, grind it down. All our dust is in the air. Keep me close and breathe me in. I refuse to let you go. Come inside, come inside. You don't need to ask me. Come inside. Now you can feel this. No need to fight it. Come inside, come inside. I'm your Aphrodite. Come inside. Now you can feel this. No need to fight it. I won't let you run. I will hold you closer. Just come into this. Praxitelition in time. Come inside, you don't
but fighting for echoes. Bounce between your walls, I see. When your curtains fall, I call like a bitch, but you know I caught your bluff. Now you are the victim's love, I had enough. Cruising on the joyride, light heart, I feel free. You're out of the picture, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Down, c'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Down, boy. Now you see me when you can steal my shine, feel me when I'm not yours this time. Let go. I'm not the one to blame. I see that you are still the same. I run like a bitch, but you know I caught your bluff. Now you are the victim's love, I had enough. Cruising on the joyride, light heart, I feel free. You're out of the picture, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Down, c'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Down, we're such a sad face. Why such a sad face? Why such a sad face? Why such a sad face? Now you cry like a bitch, but you know I caught your bluff. Now you are the victim's love, I had enough. Cruising on a joyride, light heart, I feel free. You're out of the picture, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Down, c'est la vie. Boy, c'est la vie. Down, boy.
As I'm running through this jungle, I see faces. I'm looking back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through all these barriers. Don't make me look back no more. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through. Try to make me fall, yeah. As I'm running through this jungle, I see faces. I'm looking back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I try to make me fall, yeah.
Twelve rounds, ding ding. Sick and tired of the whole damn thing, yeah. Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no. Got the belt like a king. Heavyweight champion of the whole damn thing, yo. Full of gas, full of spin. Jekyll and Hyde, you're the evil twin. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, you're never gonna. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. It is Saturday, 12th of September, and it is the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. Joining me in the studio today is none other than Hey I'm Quack, also known as Kentro. It's myself, Death Adder, aka Phil. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? It's good. I mean, it's early, but you know, we're here to talk about Brawl Stars, dude. That was such a cool animated sequence at the start there. Really, yo, anime vibes, man. Gundam and stuff.
So how the tournament is gonna turn out, we're gonna go over to the brackets and showing you the qualified team. Bracket, we have Force, Cloud Gaming, Barney Esports, and Kaz is what I'm going to call them. And in the lower bracket, getting knocked down earlier on is FS Reconnaissance, or Reconnaissance. I think maybe a bit of a typo from the team, but Reconnaissance, Musu Guru, RSO Olive, and of course, Grassmud Dobbin.
Yeah,
these teams are fighting for their lion's share of the prize pool. Remember, The whole series has a prize pool of about 14,000 Singapore dollars. And of course, basically how the kind of format works out is there are weekly tournaments every weekend, and you fight to gain a seed into the monthly cup. So the monthly cup, there is quite a bit of cash on the line. First place walks away with $1,000, second place with $480, third place with $240, fourth with $140, and fifth and sixth walk away with $40 respectively as well. So tons of money up for grabs for these players every month, and they definitely want to stick into it. So we're gonna go into the brackets now, just to give you a bit of a bigger understanding of those teams that qualified. So you can see already in the upper bracket, right? We have Force Gaming, Cloud Gaming, like we said. Kaz is going to go up against Barney Esports, and then lower bracket as the day goes by, that will start to proceed throughout the day. Remember, it is a best of three, right? So there's a bit of a margin for error. How do you think that's going to factor into the whole thing, Quack?
I mean, dude, it's 1,000 big ones for the top prize, so these teams better bring their A game, and I believe that's what they're going to be doing today. Of course, I hate some of their names. Kind of like, seems like it's the thing where you got your cat running all over your keyboard, but
yeah, pretty much.
It's actually QA. Yeah, it's that like little L shape on your left side of your keyboard. But yeah, Tommy, talking about Brawl Stars, margin of error, I don't know, but I believe these teams have got they do have what it takes. I mean, they qualified after all, so. Upper brackets, we'll just have to see, what they have got for us, and let's see how that goes.
So we're gonna go into the matchup very shortly, and just on the screen right now, you'll see it is match 1 is gonna be Force versus Cloud Gaming. Of course, these are the matches that are gonna be on stream. So if you're wondering what match 1, match 2, match 3 means, that's the order in which they're gonna be on the broadcast. Match 2 is gonna be Kaz versus Barney Esports. That's in the upper bracket. And then in the lower bracket, we have SS, Reconnaissance, and Muthu Guru. So do remember, Brawl Stars, the game durations are really, really short. And I was watching some of the World Final videos from last year, and it just makes it even more pressurizing for these teams. You do, if you're in the upper bracket, you are able to go down to the lower bracket if you do mess up. But for what could be 6 minutes, I guess. 6 to 10 minutes, you gotta really make sure that you're on key and on point. And like you said, it is early in the morning. So match 4, 5, 6 towards the end of the day will be Grasma Doping and RSO Olive, and then we will see how it turns out with the winner bracket and the losers bracket from the earlier matches.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely gonna be bringing their A game to this one. It's that, as we've mentioned before, right? Brawl Stars, really fast paced. One mistake could cost you and send you to the lower brackets, and definitely don't want that happening. So, of course, these matches are going to be fast once again and really bringing out that hype. One small mistake, again, you could lose, and the prize, dude. So. It's going to be intense. It's going to be exciting. I think whoever's watching this right now, share the stream, guys. It's Brawl Stars. It's brought to you by, of course, look at the lovely shirt we've got over on Death Adder. ESL, dude. Esports League. Share it. Get your friends watching. Or, play the game as well. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned.
You've already seen all there is to see. The answers are
Welcome back, folks. It's myself, Death Adder, and of course, here I'm Quack, aka Trent Ketchel, and we're back with the Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. So it's gonna be into the first match, best of 3, like we said again. And as I just have a look at the rule set, we do have the maps and the modes set already. So why don't you take us through the maps and modes chosen?
Maps and modes. I mean, it looks like we're gonna have what I believe is gonna be Heist, was it? Or Bounty? I'm not entirely sure actually, but the teams, it's gonna be, what was it, Cloud Gaming?
Yeah, so it's gonna be the 3 maps are gonna be the 3 modes and maps. First game is gonna be Bounty, and that's gonna be on Snake Prairie. Heist is the second game mode, and that's on Hot Potato. And of course, if we have to bring it to a third map, let's say they're tied at 1-1, we're gonna go to Gem Grab on Minecart Madness. So that is that's gonna be madness if we do get to that tiebreak, because it's gonna be down to the wire and nobody wants to lose out. So I think we're just waiting for the teams to get into the lobbies, and we'll be off shortly. Let me just pull up Snake. So it's gonna be Heist. Okay.
Yeah.
A bit of correction. So it will be Heist, which means we'll find out the map when it loads. I guess.
Okay, so actually, taking a look at this, I think it's gonna be Heist on the map Safe Zone. You know, the safe, like your safe where you keep your cash and stuff. So it's like that kind of bank heist going on. Second mode is actually gonna be Brawl Ball on the map Center Stage. And of course, because best of 3, we're gonna have to go into the third one. It will be Siege on Junk Park. Siege, of course, is the one where you collect those nuts and bolts, and then you got the Siege bot coming in. I don't know. These matches are gonna be pretty interesting. Heist is one of those where you're gonna want to apply that pressure, Death Adder. You know, you gotta push back into the front lines, back into your opponent's base, and then just apply that damage and pressure onto their safe and make sure that they don't get out of there. Try to get it down. And speaking of which, I think it's going to be interesting to see what kind of brawler composition we've got going on. I don't know about you, but that I really love it. But taking a look at this, we've already got a couple of sharpshooters. It's going to be Team Force versus Cloud Gaming. Of course, Team Force on the blue side and Cloud Gaming on the red. So just right off the bat, look at this. We already have rockets being shot back and forth from Response's side, and an 8-bit as well.
Well, it's all over the place, right? But this bad guy will drop one, so that's going to give him a one-man advantage early on. And now they can decide what they want to do, whether they want to go for map control or whether they just want to stick back and kind of just defend. But already now starting to make that push. So they do have mid control, and this bear guy just trying to be sneaky, pops up with those mines over and get a bit of damage and zone them out. And I think it's working out pretty well.
Pretty well. Like you mentioned, dude, you want to control the middle section of the map. If you notice, there's like these little rivers and then barricades, and of course that bush over on the right side of the map. It's really important to contest this side. Whoever manages to push through will be able to push even further back onto the heist, the safe side, where you can finally do some damage. As you can see, Team Forces actually has the advantage here, doing about 30% damage already onto the other side. But of course, this bear guy just spamming those mines.
Yeah, they're just slowly starting to make their way up, and like you said, on the left and right there are those barriers. They've been able to take them down now, and now starting to push up. So far, Team Force doing a really good job trying to clear that top part, but Cryptic will drop Croupiers. That's about the 3rd time he's getting taken out, and now they have to be very careful. Response though, all the way up top, he's pushing in very heavy. And as you can see, 94% on that stage. He's going to start taking damage. Cryptic though, in the middle, he will go down. So now they have 2 on that left flank. This bear guy doing a bit of damage on Ace, forcing him and displacing him back. The Response is there, and he's going to help his teammate out. 14 seconds it seems. to get as much damage as possible on that safe. It's down to 30 now, 7,000 hit points, and now it is gone. They'll take out that safe and Team Force to a very, very dominant lead, very dominant lead early on in this first game. And as you can see, right, we're talking about the games just go by bang very quickly, and the games are gone within, by the time you blink, a lickety split, they're all done. And amazing stuff from them just now. But what do you think about it? You know, we talked about mid control, they're trying to zone them out early on, but just all that kind of long range damage didn't really help them out. 8-bit on I think it was the bottom side, starting to push through, got through all the obstacles, and even though they were like one man down throughout, and this bad guy was killing like one or two guys on the opposing team, they still were, Force Gaming was still able to go down straight down the middle.
Yeah, but dude, let's hold up for a second. I want to talk about the names we got going on here. I love it. We got this bear guy, and we got the bear guy.
The bear
and
guy,
then we got
right?
It's awesome. But yeah, like you mentioned, they've got 8-bit, and really we see a lot of these duels coming around in the middle section of the map. They're really trying to control that space and stop the other guy from pushing through. But aside from that, I think the fact that they've got the sharpshooter Brock with those rockets really helps them. Those long range shots that he's got going on, the moment he's able to push through over into the bush on the top left of the map, he kind of has that little sniper position where he can just apply damage to the safe over and over again and really whittle it down to like 70%, and then suddenly you got 20%, and like you mentioned, dude,
I mean, that was that kind of strategy, right? It's just get him down on that left flank, take out all the obstacles, and then do as much damage on the safe as possible. But we're back into the game now. Team Force leading it 1-0. Already one member going down. So Team Force are going to have to be a bit more passive. But this bear guy on the right, again, being a huge nuisance. The bear guy also on the left flank. I think the bear guy is going to go down pretty soon. He jumps back. Cryptic will go down. So that's one already taken out. And now they're going to try and group against this bad guy. But he is doing so well with his mind, just trying to get out of there. The obstacles are still up, though. And 8-bit for both of them are doing pretty well. Ace goes up against this bear guy. He'll get taken out. And now slowly, as they start to move forward, Coot's going to take a bit of damage, but he'll survive to live another day. Goes back into the healing zone. And like you said, on that left side, they're just chilling, you know, that side turret helping him a lot, but that's going to go down. And now Coot will take down that right obstacle. So slowly but surely making their way up into the safe area. And already, like you said, it's down already with 10 health. Look at how quick it is. Like, what happened there? Like, they just made it up to the midway. And I think earlier, like you said, with 8-bit and the Rockets, just, you know, really, they know exactly what they need to do, right? To get into the range that they need, and just bombard them, because it just seemed like, you know, they couldn't deal with the pressure, and they were so distracted on trying to clear out Force Gaming that, you know, no one was looking at the safe and looking at the health going down.
Yeah, I think you exactly hit the nail on the head right there. The fact that they were kind of focused a little bit too much on the duels, and I think it's also a little bit of that brawler composition going on. If we take a look at how Team Force has their composition set up, they actually have, aside from 8-bit and Brock, they have a Penny as well, the pirate looking. I mean, of course they got the skin going on here, they're flexing on us, but you know, Penny has that super, which is really interesting, where she deploys this sort of cannon that as soon as you have it down, it will focus on the next closest target, in this case is actually the safe. And once she has it down, as soon as she continues to apply pressure, she builds out that supercharge. She can keep on applying those cannons down, deploying them, and just getting those shots in, even without needing to even go close into the enemy's base. And that's how basically they took it out. They still had 100% on their safe towards the end there. I don't know if you got that. That was amazing.
Because the thing is, they're just taking tactical advantage of the map, right? They weren't giving anything up. And if they did, it seemed like it was an orchestrated surrender of that territory. So, for example, on that left flank, they let them come down, and like you said, Penny put down one of her supers. But then they just allow them. They just moved all the way from the left, moved towards the center and the right, let them jump over and waste the skills, and then that was it. Like they didn't have to worry. And then slowly you could see once they cleared her out and got them into the trap and then wiped them, and they started moving up slowly but surely, right? They just inch and make their way up really, really slowly. And before you know it, they're already like 3/4 up to the way, and you're in your spawn. And you're like, what's going on? Like, how do we even stop this this tide? So it's like a huge whitewash where you're thinking, oh man, they're super aggro. But it's like, you know, they're just so sneakily making their way to your base. And then by the time you realize it's too late, right?
It's that subtle difference. But of course, Team Force, it looks like they're going to take away the first map, I think. And of course, moving on to the second one, which will be a little bit more interesting, I think it's going to be Brawl Ball. And I'm very interested to see how that goes, because this time you're not going to want to have that many sharpshooters. I don't think they're going to go with Penny. They're not going to go with 8-Bit. They're not going to go with Brock even, because Brawl Ball, everything's up close. You're going to want to, it's like like we talked about this before, it's a little bit like Rocket League. You definitely don't want to be spamming shots from far away, because you're just going to dribble that ball all the way up close into your goalpost, and pretty soon you're going to have a tough time defending. So close range.
It'll be interesting to see, though. It'll be interesting to see whether the teams will maybe have one sharpshooter, perhaps, to like maybe do long range shots, or to like whittle down the health onto any of the opponents in front. Because, like you said, it's all short range, right? And I think any member that you can take out from the opposing team just makes it so much easier for your team. So it's going to be interesting to see what the composition is going to be, whether it's just all across the board, just close range, or maybe we'll see some interesting stats. But, you know, you did link me earlier in the day, and we were discussing strategies in general. But, like, it seems like the top 10 heroes on Brawl Ball seem to be Carl, Sandy, Frank, Tara, and D, as well as Max. But we'll go back into the game. Take it away.
I think, as you mentioned, as we taking a look at that meta going on, so we definitely do have the Tara on this bear guy and response here, but it looks like Cryptic will actually take down Cootie Ace right there. So once again, you can look at how Cloud Gaming are controlling the space right here. They have control all over the bush in the middle section of the map, and Response is just kind of having a tough time with buying time for his teammates to respawn. But look at this, Cloud Gaming actually already pushing the ball, but now Spade will take possession of the ball.
So Cool go down, almost gets the bad guy, but will reset. Now, where is the ball? We can't see it. It's in the right,
on the right side.
Yeah. So if Spade just wants to chill out there, he can, but they know where he's at the moment. Cool and Response trying to go around the left corner and get some backstab action going on. But Ace, he's going to destroy the grass and now start to move towards that ball. 3 of them getting ganged up on. Cool go down, but Response there in the middle, just trying to get map control. But Cryptic and the bear guy, they need to stand back. And like we said, you know, we might see some long range sharpshooters, and that's exactly what Spade is doing. He's just waiting for the opportunity to displace them with his long range, like there, right there, and he's almost got the ball into the goal. Now they're gonna make the final push in. They'll take out 1. They're gonna go for 2. 2 of them are down. Ku is the last one standing, and he'll get the ball. He'll score the goal, and just like that, they will get that first goal.
And that's just like that. First goal's already in, and now we've got, once again, the Team Force just applying that force, showing what they're made of. They're pushing up far in front, hard. The push is already cleared out.
It's that simple, right? They can't deal with the pressure. They can't deal with the sharpshooters that they have at the moment. And Team Force, just the gameplay, that teamwork is just working out so well for them. They're pushing forward. Ku will go down. The ball is right there, right in front of everyone, but they'll be able to bring it down to mid. But it doesn't matter, because all of them are going to get taken out now. And now they'll slowly start to make their way back. So they do have mid control. 10 seconds left on the clock for Cloud Gaming to do anything. He's gonna go straight back in, and it's just about delaying tactics right now, right? They're gonna park the bus. Ku's probably gonna get a second goal.
Dude.
Yeah, they couldn't do anything. Like, he just gets... And just, he goes in for a double kill and then puts it into the goal. Like, I don't know, it was like watching the World Cup when Brazil just got hammered by Germany, right? It was just like straight down the middle, blitzkrieg, take them out as easy as 1, 2, 3. So come on, Cloud Gaming, give us something to be excited about. You know, they're doing pretty well early on in the earlier stages, but then it just seems to splinter and crack towards the mid of the game. So I think, I mean, in your opinion, what do you think they need to do to kind of like patch that up?
I think they need to really adapt to how Team Force is playing things. If you look at how Team Force plays it, yeah, maybe at the start they're kind of looks like they're having a bit of a tough time, but they're actually focusing on nailing their supercharge. And taking a look at this right here, it's exactly what they're doing. They're spamming these shots into the bush, trying to control space and push Cloud Gaming back. But at the same time, they're building up that supercharge, and the way they utilized those supers really shows how they controlled space. Look at this. Response just pushes in and shoots the ball right into the goalpost.
Oh, man.
Unable to find an answer here.
They can't, because every time they're trying to push, right, this bad guy or the bad guy as well, they're just getting zoned out. So you can see already the bear guy, he's down to half health, and they're just putting as many long-range shots at him. Response and Crew, what it seems to be is like Response and Crew will be on the right side, and then Spade will be on the opposite. So Response will go down now, and they're gonna take off a bit of pressure from them. But you can see, even with a one-man advantage, Cloud Gaming aren't doing anything. They're just being very, very defensive, staying far back. And I don't know whether that's just because they're scared about moving forward and because they've been getting killed. But the bad guy will take down Q, and Response now pushing once again on that right flank. This bad guy will force out too, so they do have a one-man advantage in the middle, do Cloud Gaming, but they're not pushing up at all. Now they'll start to push forward. The bad guy gets that ball into the bottom right, but Q once again kicks it straight forward. Response to go for the long-range shot, gets blocked. So he'll go down, and Cryptic, surely Cloud Gaming has to have a reply to this.
It's really, really tough right now for Cloud Gaming. So if we take a look at Team Force's composition, I know we kind of glossed over that, but things are so fast. Team Force actually has the sharpshooter called Mr. P. So his super is that he deploys this little like igloo. Oh my god, Response. Just not giving Cloud Gaming a chance. It's like taking candy from a baby. Oh no.
Cristiano Ronaldo, man, this guy, he's just getting the ball and he's just literally, if you look at what he's doing, he's running down mid, he pops it to the right, pops it down even further, and then just picks it up and then hits it left. And every single time, nobody is marking him, like 0 people are marking him. But then again, he is getting help from his teammates who are distracting the rest of Cloud Gaming. But again, they're just not doing anything. They're not withstanding the pressure, and they're not pushing back. So I mean, like if you don't go up, like if you don't go up and set the tempo, or if you don't stop that tempo and kind of momentum that opposing team has, then you're gonna get into a situation where you're just locked in spawn, and that's exactly what's happening once again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Resonance, I mean, was it Response, and these other guys, they're, like you mentioned, Cristiano Ronaldo, they're just so strong on the attack, but aside from attack, Team Force actually also has a pretty strong defense. If you saw at the earlier point that I was going to bring up, Mr. P, his super with that igloo, it's really tough for Cloud Gaming to push forward, because every time they try to do so, they just get distracted and whittled down time and time after again with these long-range shots that come seemingly out of nowhere. And I know, Phil, you're kind of you're a rugby guy. So how do you kind of, it's really tough for Cloud Gaming, especially every time they want to push forward. It's like you got this big burly guy at the back lines just staring you down. How do you deal with him? It's tough.
I mean, it's as easy, like, I mean, they have long range sharpshooters, right? And they weren't really doing short range brawlers. So if it ain't working, go and fix it. And in this case, they just, like, they were getting distracted, right? So what do you need to do? You need to reconsolidate your base, find out what's going on, and the whole round, it was the same play over and over and over again, and they were falling for the same thing. So they really maybe need to take a step back, you know, have a bit of a discussion if they get into that situation again, and kind of be like, what's going on, guys? How do we fix this? Like, you know, what are the possible solutions? And even if you have to give up a point or a goal, or like maybe like 10 seconds, 20 seconds to have that conversation on voice, it makes a huge difference.
And that's hopefully what we'll see happen coming into this second round. Cloud Gaming, they have to pull themselves together and kind of counter the Team Force. I really have to see how they'll play this one coming out, because if they don't change things up, it's not, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look good for them. Really have to maybe even switch up that brawler composition coming into this one. I don't know if Tick is such a good choice, you know, lobbing all those cactuses. Very tough.
Okay, well, we are gonna go to a short break. We'll be back in a few minutes. So go and grab a drink, get hydrated, a couple of snacks as well, and we'll see you back in a bit.
Let me down gently. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. Who knows?
All right, we're back with the next match coming up pretty soon, and it's the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. It is the August. I don't know whether this is a carryover from the August Cup or it's the September Cup. It might actually be the August finals. Yeah. So how it works, folks, ladies and gents, if you don't know how it works, is basically ESL Asia and Supercell have basically put together this community tournament for Brawl Stars. And you qualify for the monthly cup at the end of the month, either that or like the first week of the next month, through weekly tournaments. So every weekend you can take part and win a bit of cash from there. I think it's not that much though. It's like $90 or $40 split placement, and then you're trying to fight for the seed to come into this monthly cup. But the monthly cup is like
Finals.
like $2,000 of of prize pool, and it's split between all the teams. Pretty okay. So we're gonna go to the we're gonna look at the updated brackets. Why don't you take us through that, Quack?
Yeah, as we just witnessed. So I'm gonna reference your shirt right here, Death Adder. Team Force actually they wrecked Cloud Gaming. So they're going to be moving on towards the upper bracket finals. And coming up next, I believe we do have the lower bracket round one. So it's going to be FS Resonance versus Muthuguru. That's a little bit of a typo there. So it's actually FS Resonance. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see. So as we saw earlier on, as I mentioned, Force wrecked Cloud Gaming. And it's just going to be interesting to see because, as we've mentioned before, these games, they're really fast, high pressure, intense, high stakes. Once again, the top prize is 1,000 big ones. We've got a big prize pool coming into this community rumble here. So, Death Adder, what are your thoughts so far on this?
I think it's pretty okay so far. Like you can definitely see like when Force are going up against Cloud Gaming, how important it is to be grounded early on and find your footing, and then to get the tempo up. So if you can get the other opposing team, you can feel them out and then start to push the tempo and force them to play on your terms. It becomes a really, really easy game for you, and it just snowballs, right? Especially on, I think it was Heist. It's so important to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on anyone trying to backstab or anyone trying to go on range, on a rage attack. Because you saw, right? Like suddenly it was nothing. The team Sports Gaming was slowly creeping up, and then bang, the safe goes down like 20%, and you're like, what happened, guys? Like what's going on? What's going on? And it was just the fact, like you said earlier on, that flank around the left or the right, just nobody was looking out for it, and no one was really watching out for it. So you have to be very, very careful about how it turns out. And if you are taking damage, you have to have like 360-degree like game awareness to make sure that you plug those holes. And then if you're on the defensive, kind of try and delay for as long as possible, but then go on the counter offensive. Don't forget to go and attack them while you have that player advantage. So we're gonna go into the game, and why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so going into this one, we'll have to see. Looks like we already have an 8-bit as well as Brock once again, but this time we've got Daryl the Barrel over on Namir Euro. So it was actually Team Kaz versus Barney Esports. I think I saw a couple of Barney fans in the Facebook chat there. Of course, Kaz is on the blue side and Barney on the red. And already right off the bat, Box is going to eliminate Chewy, but Sirius will take one down himself. And eliminating all those supers, things are looking pretty rough. It's just a huge firefight for mid control once again. But look at that, Daryl the Barrel will actually push right up.
They're gonna get through, and he's already at the safe, like you said. And he does have the shotgun, remember, Namiro. But he'll Namiruro, interesting name. He'll get taken out, but he's done like almost 40% damage on that safe already. Now they're getting forced back, so finally, like you said early on, right, you gotta stop him and you gotta be mindful. But Namiro, again, he rolls up, off top, goes over the river, and he's already on the safe. But the counterattack comes in through Barney, and you can look at the top left and top right of the screen. It's going down 44 health to 27. It is a safe race, ladies and gents. No. 20 now, 34. Good defense from Chewy and Sirius, but they need to body block 4 down, and now it's down 1%. They're gonna get it. They let it through. Why did they let him through? No one was defending Namir Ruro. I think they saw him and they were like, oh, shoot, he's rolling away. Nobody went back to defend, so they went for a base race. They went for a safe race, and they just didn't have enough damage. I don't think they realized that, you know, there was that defense there to body block around the bottom safe. And I don't know why you wouldn't stop a shotgunner who's at close range doing the maximum damage if he's next to your safe. I would have just, you know, gotten back and taken him out. But apparently, I mean, the solution is to go on the offensive with 2 guys. I don't know.
I'm with you here, Phil. I'm not sure what Barney Esports was going for back there. I think they kind of thought, yeah, like you mentioned earlier, the base race. I guess they thought okay, he's just a barrel on his own. What can he do? Yeah, maybe we got a couple of shotguns. We got 3 guys. We're gonna push right in through. But I think they underestimated the fact that Team Kaz, their defense, even though it's just 2 brawlers, they could hold off their line so well against the 3 of them and just let their teammate push right in, do all that damage, and just like that, whittle it down bit by bit. Nobody was there to defend, and in fact, they actually lost one of their teammates coming towards the last few seconds. And just like
the key for them, right, is they didn't have to stop. They didn't have to defend. All they had to do was body block the damage because they were out DPSing them at the top safe. So if you looked at the race, right, like they had at least half, like 50% more damage. In terms of how much damage output DPS they could put on the safes, and they just, I mean, it was that easy for them, right? And Nemiruro, he's gonna be one to look out for again because he's flanking again. Look at that, he's already on the left flank flanking, and remember, he can roll past things, so he's gonna try and push through. And I think Jinx is gonna want to keep an eye on him.
Ooh. But Jinx looks like he's missing a lot of his shots right now. Look at Nemiruro, he's just juking all of them. And meanwhile, Box on the 8-bit as well. He's a little bit low on health right now. And look, speaking of that barrel roll, he's already pushing in. And Jinx is just kind of letting him through, trying to shoot him down with that rocket.
The rockets, he can't do anything. He's a shotgunner, but he finally, you know, his teammate will help him back up, and it will take him out. But like you can see, right, they already have the healing. They have their buff in the middle, and they're just chilling out right there and waiting. But Nemiruro, oh my goodness, his special kill comes out. He's almost got 2 of them down, and he's forcing them all the way back up. But somehow they managed to hold him off, and they'll take him out. So now the counter-offensive will come through. 1k health, Box gets dropped by Sirius, so that's a great shot from him. But now it's all about map control, it seems. They're a bit more patient now, and Barney Esports realized if they push very, very fast, then they're pretty much out of the game.
I think this could be it. I mean, look at Nemiruro. He's just rolling back and forth. He's just even having a good time, just standing right by the safe back there. MVP for sure. He's going to be one to look out for towards the next few rounds we've got here. Wow.
I mean, Box really tried his best with his ranged attacks, but Nemiruro was so aggressive, and the minute they allowed him to get to the middle of the map, and his roll gives him like a set distance, right? And he knew like exactly the distance that he could actually roll. So he just got to a point on the map where he was like, I got you, you're dead, you're gone. And then, you know, just steamrolled, come through, hello, bang, 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 you're dead. And then started the damage on the save. So they really, I mean, I don't know. Can you say they're unlucky? I don't think you can say they're unlucky. They just couldn't deal with the damage from Nemiruro, right?
Yeah, I think playing these games, strategy is really important. We can see what Team Kaz was going for here, and I think Barney Esports, they just need to kind of figure out how they want to adapt to this one, especially when you have such a strong Daryl player such as Nemiruro coming in here. You need to play stronger in your defense, maybe get him down, eliminate him, and then when he's respawning, that's your chance to push up. But, you know, looking at this, they just had such a tough time. They tried to nail him down with their shots, but a lot of times they were kind of missing. And playing on Daryl, the thing about his super is that it has that passive charge. He doesn't need to nail his shots to get it up. So he just waits for it, gets the roll in, and then he's like, okay, now's my chance to use it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to push you in. And since you're not going to be able to eliminate me, I'm just going to abuse that and just stay in your base and take down your safe.
Like, but it's so weird that they just weren't able to deal with him, that they were so preoccupied with trying to push their way up the map that they couldn't isolate that Namniruro was actually the weak link in their whole defense. And if they had isolated him, taking him out, then gone on the counteroffensive and forced the base race, they would probably have like 3-on-1, right? Even if you went to go and flank around, they would have 3 guys DPSing on this safe, but decided not to do it. So they need to get back into the game. So we're gonna go on to the second mode, which is Brawl Ball, and we're on center stage.
Ooh, and looking at the brawler composition, I think we got a pretty interesting one here. We got Chewy on the little plant guy. Sprout is his name. He's gonna look at those. So his ability is that he can keep landing these seeds, and as soon as he has it down, his super, he'll actually put up this plant wall that he's got going on over there. So it's very huge for denying space, and you can see right now, Barney's once again actually having quite a tough time dealing with this offense coming in. Kaz is controlling all the space here, and as soon as they have control over that, they got possession of the ball, and that's exactly what they're doing right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of map control, and like you said, the seeds putting up that plant wall is allowing them to get into the map, and Fear is going all the way in. But Jinx with that long-range arrow gonna get him, take him out with a huge volley. Namiruro gonna go down as well. So now they're almost down to the gold, and they're gonna try and force their way in. Chewy will get dropped. Serious though, he will try and do his best to kind of zone them out, and I think he's just trying to wait to get those seeds up. But he'll get dropped as well. So Snake will pick him up, and they're all in the corner, and he can't. Snake can't get to the perfect play. Snake can't get to the ball now. So good. Yeah, Sirius will get the ball now, and his wall's gonna disappear, so he's gonna push down on that right flank, and it seems like they're doing pretty okay. Team Kaz seems like they were on the back foot, but now they're on the offensive, and the counterattack is coming in.
Oh wow, and that was a huge elimination for Chewy right there. So Box goes down, and look at all this control they have, and it's just an easy push into the goalpost. Chewy, wow,
that's amazing. Amazing play from Kaz, being on the back foot all the way in their base. Big clutch play, like you said, from Sirius, putting up the plant wall. And now they're going to go in once again. Namururo with the melee. Box is almost down to 700 health. And now he got taken out. 3 of them already. They'll get that shadow in the middle as well. And they score another goal. Chewy. And that's it. It's so fast.
That was it.
They'll take the first... is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Is there one more round? No?
Could you do this as your shirt for me a bit?
There we go.
Get wrecked.
A bit higher. Let me see. There we go. Get wrecked.
Yeah, man. That was such a clutch play. Serious and Chewy. Just, I don't know. I'm sorry, Barney Esports fans, but you guys got outclassed there. It was so quick. Like, what happened? They were on the attack, and then they made their way through, and they had the ball, and then Sirius, like you said, yeah, put up the plant wall, and then they were just like, well, they just died. They were just obliterated, and then like they were on the other side of the map right after that. So okay, we're gonna go to a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna be into the next game, I think, of the upper bracket, possibly. If not, it'll be the lower bracket. We'll see how it happens when we get back. So we'll be back in a short few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right, I guess we're not gonna go to a short break. Yes, yeah. But it's fun, man. Like, Brawl Stars is amazing, right? Supercell has been able to kind of build this community, and it's great that they're coming back into the community, trying to start grassroots movements as well. Like, it's a game that has been around for quite some time, right? And it seems like. So what we've been told by production is, yeah, it isn't over just yet. That's what I was wondering about. So there are still a couple of rounds. That was the first set. So there is another set, I think, to go, if I'm not wrong. So we're gonna have some more Brawl Ball action. But like I was saying, it's great to see Supercell putting in more funds to get more grassroots community tournaments, to grow the community, so that you get better players and more participation in their bigger tournaments.
We're back into the game. Quack, take us away.
Dude, I don't know if you caught that. Sirius playing Gene right there. He uses magic hands, just pulling Box in and already eliminating him. And look at all the space that they've actually seized up here over in the middle section of the map. And Sirius actually pushing even further. Box is so low at this point. I love the fact that Barney... Oh, look at this once more. Sirius! He just took him down just like that.
Now Miroro on the left flank. And now they're in. They have to score a goal, right? They have to.
They have to, but that was such a good save right there coming in from Box. So now it's all up to Chewy to kind of hold the line there. But once again, it's so fast-paced. Namiruro and Sirius are already back in the game. They're already applying the pressure, doing all this damage, trying to get possession of the ball. And Barney Esports, once again, it looks like they're kind of struggling a bit. Oh, man.
Oh, so fast.
And don't forget, Chewy, he's on Sprout. He can put down that plant wall anytime here.
They're just zoning him out, right? That's basically what's happening.
Pretty much, but look at this. Sirius, he's dealing the damage. I know that Jinx, so he's kind of switched over the Brawler onto Bo. He's shooting these explosive ballistic arrows, dealing splash damage as well because it kind of shoots in this little cone that here. But look at this. Has all three of them gang up on him. He has his super down. It's that little trap. Yeah, like you mentioned, it is Brawl Ball after all. It's still kind of sports. We have marking going on here. They need to play their cards right.
Oh, here comes Snake with the long range shot. And he'll land it.
Nice.
Namiruro just inside the whitewash, right at the line. Couldn't stop it at the goal line. And so they'll come back with another goal and they're gonna tie it. So they're gonna go to overtime. Everything gets taken away. It's gonna be a clean field all the way across. I think Jinx is gonna be the important player here. He needs to land all his shots because if he lands his full flurry of arrows, he's gonna be able to stop them. The goal line clearance. Oh, so close to taking it out. And Team Kaz, they're gonna walk away and take that map, I think. So just impressive play all around, pushing it to OT. You know, a bit of bad luck on the side of their opponents, but hopefully as they come through, I think they drop to the losers bracket if I'm not wrong, and hopefully they'll be able to claw their way back into the latter stages of the tournament.
I believe that's where they will be, and hopefully, they're going to be.
They do get dropped to losers bracket.
Yeah, facing off against the previous team that we saw that got sent there. But, dude, these games, I don't know what to say.
Fast and furious, aren't they?
Yeah, really fast and furious. And it's really all about the strategy. I don't know if you've caught Sirius playing Gene back there. He's got this super where he can pull the opponent brawlers right into his right up close, actually. So point blank range, and that's where you can deal the maximum amount of damage, eliminate those brawlers, and once they're gone, they have all that space to work with. They have possession over the ball. It's just tough for Barney Esports to defend right here.
And in that second round, it was so important for Jinx, right? He switched up to the arrow, into the arrows, and he just wasn't landing them, right? He was getting maybe one volley off, but like not the whole volley would hit, so he couldn't do the majority, like the big amount of damage that he wanted to do. And then they were just rushing his face, you know, they were just circle rushing him and taking him out. So essentially they were playing one man down the whole match. But we're gonna go to a short break, you know, go and stay hydrated. We're staying hydrated as well. You know, we have our tea, and we have our energy drinks, and we have our water as well. We'll be back in a few minutes time, so do read up if you're not so familiar with Brawl Stars. Go and read up on the tournament. If you haven't registered and you're a Brawl Stars player, go to the ESL Asia Facebook page or the Twitter, and you know, check out the tournament, because it's a great way to get into the game even if you're new to the game, and you know, take part in next month's weekend cups, and who knows, you might potentially make it into the finals, the monthly finals. So we're gonna go to a short break. We'll see you in a bit.
Have you found another? Ooh, I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes.
I can be your everything if you stay. Please just say I'm mine. I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? Ooh, I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. Ooh, I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? Ooh, and I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. I need you. I need you. I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found?
All right, we're back with the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. It is the August Cup finals for that monthly series. And I am Phil, aka Death Rider, joining me on the cast remotely. Of course, we are still in phase 2 and we are keeping social distancing, in place and staying very, very safe in the current climate. Don't do crazy stuff, guys. Stay safe, disinfect your hands, wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible.
Play Brawl Stars. Stay home and play Brawl Stars.
Yeah, play Brawl Stars, right? So we're gonna go to the updated brackets now. It is but before that, joining me in the studio is Quack. Hey, I'm Quack, aka Quack, aka Kentrell. Sorry for that bit of delay, but we are going to go into the losers bracket. So I think the first match that we're going to have is FS. I think it's
FS Resonance,
Resonance versus Muthu Guru. So that's going to be the first one. And then I think the second one we're going to have is Grass Mud Doping versus RSO Olive. So are we going to see a huge whitewash, a huge high tempo, quick round? That's the question. And so far, we have seen a snowball. The team that seems to get the early advantage seems to just snowball the whole game. So do remember that the lower bracket round 1 has the slightly different map mode and map going. So they're going to be the first, if I see correctly, first mode is going to be gem grab. So that's interesting. We haven't seen that just yet. And that's going to be on double swoosh. Second mode is going to be bounty. So we were talking about this earlier as well, right? It's basically TDM, but don't get killed. If you get a high streak. And that's going to be on layer cake. And then if we need to force it to a tiebreak, we're going to go into heist, and that will be on hot potato. So far, what are your thoughts so far for the tournament? It seems to be very, 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 very quick matches. And the key seems to be to have map awareness of where your opponent is at every single moment of the game.
For sure. I mean, map awareness, when you know where opponents are, you know how they're gonna kind of be playing. You can kind of see their battle strategy coming into the game. But most of the time, I think brawler composition is very important. Brawler composition, especially, we've seen Heist, we've seen Brawl Ball, and we've seen the winning teams always seem to pick, they have these interesting strategies, right? We saw Sprout coming in, how he planted those seeds, the plant wall especially. And aside from that, Gene as well, the magic hands, pulling your opponent in and just eliminating them completely. And aside from that, also the flanking strategies. The winning teams always seem to know exactly how they're going to play this. They know what they're doing. They have a plan, is what I'm saying. So keeping that in mind, the teams that lost earlier on, Cloud, they're not out just yet. They're in the lower brackets.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're going to come back and we're going to see this sort of revenge going on. But yeah, coming to the next one, Jam Grab. That's an interesting one, I say. Aside from Bounty, Jam Grab, you're going to want to control the middle section of the map because that's where the jams spawn. And controlling space, you're going to definitely need to push opponents off. I'm not going to be surprised if teams pick Barley coming into this one, the bartender. His flaming bottles, it's really great for denying areas, but we're going to have to see. I mean, there are some picks that I don't expect, such as Sprout, the plant wall, so very curious to see how FS Resonance comes into this one.
I'm just gonna have a look at the double swoosh while we're waiting for the teams to go in. And I think, if I'm not wrong, it's a map that you can really zone out quite easily. And yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So it's basically like what it says, it's a double swoosh, right? There are two C's and there's only two very narrow entrances. It's covered mostly by grass, but I think with a good Sprout, you should be able to cut out like one of the entrance lanes. So that's only going to leave like two other lanes that your opponent can kind of push in. And that's going to be interesting to see. So I think like you predicted, we're probably going to see a Sprout on either side. Well, we had Nami Ruro on. That could be a good choice as well if you want to zone out your opponents very close by. But I think we probably will see possibly a Mr. P coming out or a Gene. So that's that. It's anyone's guess, right? That would be fun if we do see them come out. Penny was an interesting choice as well, but only if you are able to get your special up right, because you can't really. It's not very helpful if you don't get your cannon up, because then you're pretty much useless until you are able to get that back up. And if you're gonna constantly die, you're not gonna be able to get your special up. So it's not gonna help with the zoning or getting any DPS to cut off the lanes of entry into the gem pile.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I'm not sure I would say that he's that useless. She falls into this sort of category of brawler where her super allows her to deploy this little turret or cannon that shoots extra projectiles at your enemies, so you don't necessarily have to be in a spot to control that area. But Penny has this little splash damage kind of ability where her projectiles actually splash out once they land, so could be interesting to see. I think that really helps her out build up her supercharge. But you know, as we've mentioned before, it's Brawl Stars. It's such a well-developed game. You got 48 brawlers, right, Phil?
48, yeah.
Yeah, so much. I had to cram nights to study up on this game. It's a toss-up, really. I want to see what kind of interesting brawler compositions. Maybe it's not going to be a Penny. Maybe it could be Jessie, as we've gotten the graphic right over there, right next to me. Oh, wrong hand. Right there. Jessie, she's got she shoots out these shock bolts, and they can pass on over, kind of like a chain lightning thing going on, and the little turret that comes out as well. It's very interesting to see. I want to see how these teams play. And speaking of which, if you guys in the chat or whoever's watching this, if you're interested in playing as well, as Phil has mentioned before, it's a community rumble. Anyone can get in on this. Join the Discord channel. It's somewhere right there. Look up the ESL Asia Facebook page. Join the Discord channel if you don't have a team, and especially share the stream. Get guys watching this. It's gonna be a fun one. High pressure, high stakes, 1,000 big ones for the champion title. I'm really curious to see what we have here.
Yeah, and I mean, if we look at the kind of the meta percentages on this map, right? Or on let me see, double swoosh. Well, it doesn't have to. Okay, just in general for gem grab, we have like a 60% pick rate on Carl, Mr. P, Nita, Jesse, and Penny, and then a low 60 pick rate on Tick, Rosa, Jean, Bo, and Tara. And so far, like on all the previous maps, we actually haven't seen any of them apart from Penny. Am I right?
Yeah. No, we've
I
seen
think?
Penny and Para, and especially Jean most often, but Bo and Tick. So the thing about gem
We
grab,
definitely haven't seen Carl. I know for sure.
no, I haven't seen Carl, but Carl's an interesting one. You know, I don't know. His pickaxe, he shoots it out like a boomerang, so it goes out and comes back in. And that's the thing that you're gonna have to watch out for. Sometimes when I'm playing, dude, I completely just blank out on the fact that it comes back, and then I'm like, haha, I got you, and then he kills me. It's gonna be interesting to see. Okay.
So we're gonna go to a 3-minute break. The players seem to be having a couple of technical difficulties, so the League Ops team is just sorting that out. So we're gonna go to a short 3-minute break, and we'll be back with the first match in the lower bracket finals. See you soon.
Here's where you're meant to be. Our paths are crossing just in the nick of time. If you need to meet me, I'll be right by your side.
Are we strangers in the night with open arms? I'm calling. I'll be there when you're falling down. You're out of danger when I'm in sight. Just seeking you shall find me. Yes, I'll be bringing you to life. Won't be no stranger with the night. Whoa, 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 won't be no stranger with the night. When seas get rough, you just give in to the right. You see, we thirst for danger, but we find no savior. They tug and pull, they push you right to the edge. When all you need is shelter, you just don't seem to get there. I got the feeling you've been expecting me. No chance encounter
Welcome back, folks, to the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. It's myself, Death Adder, and Mr. Hey I'm Quack, aka Quack, aka you can see the duck in his background. But we're gonna go into the first match of the losers bracket final, and the first map is gonna be none other than Double Swoosh. So we are on Gem Grab on Double Swoosh, and it's gonna be interesting to see how the teams play this game so far. We've seen a lot of from the previous matches in the upper bracket, we've seen a lot of them trying to get map control early on and slowly creep their way up, and that seems to be the way to play so far. But we haven't seen Gem Grab just yet, so that's something to look out for. But like we were saying, I think earlier you were saying that Sprout is actually possibly going to be a really pivotal brawler to choose in this map itself, because you can shut off any avenues of attack or any entries into the mine area.
Yeah, Sprout aside, but I think Barley could also be interesting to see. I mean, we saw in those advertisements, by the way, I really love them. they're animated and they just look so fun. It just reminds me of like watching Cartoon Network or something. But yeah, Barley, he's the bartender. He lobs these flaming bottles that explode on the ground, and it's really useful. It's like a Molotov, It denies space. Once it's flaming on the ground, it's just, you don't want to push into it because you lose health when you walk on the flames. So it's going to be interesting to see how these teams, especially FS Resonance and Muthu Guru, how they're going to be playing this one. I'm not sure. I mean, we've seen Sprout. We haven't actually seen a Barley, but I think it could be interesting to come into this one. But we don't know. We're going to have to see. We haven't seen anyone actually play a heavyweight brawler so far. What are your thoughts on that, Death Adder?
I think everyone's just still trying to kind of feel their way through the tournament, right? And it is pretty early, so it could be like me and you slowly started to warm up and get back into the mix of things. So maybe we have some fuzzy brains out there. But I mean, another thing to kind of, I guess, to factor in it is a community tournament, right? So some of the guys in the pro circuit might not be taking part, so that's why you might not see you might see more unorthodox picks and maybe some unorthodox plays as well. Nothing really super standard pro meta / pro kind of routine. So that makes it interesting to watch and interesting to cast, and perhaps that's why we're seeing slightly weirder picks. But we're going to go into the game pretty shortly. All the players are ready in the lobby. And once again, we're going to be on Gem Grab on Double Swoosh. So if you just tuned in, it is the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. Of course, Brawl Stars, a great game by Supercell. It's been around for a bit, but now I think there's a bigger refocus and push to revitalize the game itself and to bring up the communities and empower these communities. And it's great to see community tournaments like this. So if you enjoy the tournaments, please do send feedback over to ESL Asia, to Supercell, requesting for more of these cups. I think so far they've kind of committed, I think at least September. So September already has a bit of a commitment. I'm not sure whether, I know it's not just the Singapore region, but other regions are on the announcements as well. So do keep abreast of the Facebook page for ESL Asia, the Supercell Facebook page, and all the other social media pages as well. I guess while we're waiting, do you want to shout out onto your socials while we're on the topic of social media?
Sure, why not?
Oh, we'll do that in a bit, but we're into the game already, so let's take it away with the game.
And there's that double swoosh that we all know and love. Take a look at that, the bush, how it's laid out on the map there. So if you can actually eliminate these swooshes, you don't have that much space, because you're gonna be just as clear as day. Everyone can see where you're hiding. But look at that, Resonance Psychia actually pushing all the way in the back there and just really controlling, kind of distracting Brian actually from going over the gems over in the middle section of the map. And right now, look at that. As you mentioned before, we do have Mr. Peace on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment though, Resonance really taking map control, and they're just chilling at the mine. They're just vacuuming and sucking all these gems up, and they're very close to taking the first round so far. you know, then there's no concentration. Now Mutaguru starting to make their way towards the mines, but they need to zone them out, and they can't because, you know, like you said, they're just going all over the place. Mr. P really doing a lot of damage because his suitcase is just, you know, zoning them out, and already 10 gems to FS Resonance. Now, I think they're going to come to a pretty comfortable lead, and they're going to have very easy time in this first round, and they're probably going to take it because 5 seconds left on the clock, and that is 1-0 in the pocket of Resonance.
Just like that.
Easy peasy, right?
Easy peasy, like Mr. P.
Yeah,
But that was...
I see what you did there. Yeah.
It's, once again, so quick. They had control over the middle section. They were kind of having a tough time dealing with that offense. They just, you know, really weren't contesting it much, if at all. And just like that, 0 contest, actually. None of them picked up any gems whatsoever on Muthuguru's side.
I think they just couldn't make their way in, right? Like,
yeah, they couldn't.
Like you said, when you brought up before the map, before the map, you're like, Mr. P might be a pretty good choice, and the stats as well were saying like Mr. P is going to be a really good choice. And just FS Resonance, they're using it so much better, right? They're zoning out, and the thing is, you get DPS, right, when you throw the case and hit someone, and then if that person is still there, when it's coming back, you get the DPS as well. And they were just doing so well shutting down that left side lane.
Yeah, shutting down the left side lane, and aside from that, pretty much on all lanes as well. Like, they got Zykia on the bow, and he's just pushing in hard, distracting Brian the whole time. He just wasn't contesting the gems at all. And
they had a guy on mine the whole game. He was just stood on the mine itself,
sitting
and just,
there.
like, he didn't have to do anything. He was just like, okay, I'm gonna point my weapon this way. Pew, 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 pew. I'm gonna point my weapon this way. Pew, 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 pew. I'm gonna point my weapon this way. Pew, 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 pew. And just like eat all the gems as they were spawning. Like, he didn't even have to do it. It was just, it was like, oh, well, nobody's contesting. No one's trying to force me out. No one's doing denial control or area control. No one's displacing me. I guess I'm just
gonna sit right here.
The round.
And that's the thing about gem grab. Once you have all 10 gems, that's pretty much it. Like, I got all 10, see ya, let's pack it up. I'm gonna go over back into my side of the map and camp it out there, and you're gonna have a tough time pushing into me. So coming into this one, I hope Mutaguru actually change up their strategy. We do have a max over on Brian this time, and he's gonna apply the pressure onto Jay right here. But Jay, as we've mentioned before, he's on Carl, the boomerang. Look at the DPS on that. He takes out Bear.
So much damage.
Who's over on Bo. So much damage. And once again,
he'll take down Zai. But the problem is, they push them so far up, and they're already 4 gems ahead.
4 gems ahead, and that's pretty steep if you ask me. Now NoPick, he's lobbing those suitcases, and he's already got his super deployed. Zykian, oh, look at this. Jay has his super, and he's just kind of pushing him, zoning them back. But thankfully, Bear actually this time has control over the mines. He's got 2 gems. Maybe he'll pick up the 3rd and the 4th. But look over what's happening over on Parkalos' side. He's on Rosa. He's pushing NoPick.
He gets taken out. Oh, no. He gets dropped by his buddy, Brian. Brian will be able to pick up the rest of the gems as well. And I think Jay went down also. So now suddenly it's flipped over, and there's 7 gems ahead. He goes down now, does Jay though. And now I thought he was going to be equalized, but no, his teammate was able to go there. Whereas Brian going to go down now. The gem's going to get dropped. They are, but no, at the back, they pick him up once again. And now they're pushing in. And he has to be careful not to get taken out. Parkalos goes down by no ping, and Brian is just going to have to hold on to his teammate. I think the timer is ticking away, and if they just hold on, they might be able to win this. But they need to push out as well. They need to take some risks, because if they don't, then Resonance is just going to stick on the mine and get all the other gems. So either it goes to a tie, or they might win narrowly by picking up those gems. And they have to be careful, because the gems are all split out across their team. So now 8-0, and they take him out. Bear goes down, he gets taken out, he drops all 8 gems, and now it's 14-3 on the scoreboard. 12 seconds to go. I don't think they're going to be able to do it, because they're going to have to take out NoPing, they're going to have to take out Jay as well to get the 12 gems there. Or they need 10 at least, right? So they need to take out 2 members and not die. And Brian is already down to 900 health, and just like that, Resonance once again picking up that. They go 2-0. What a match.
2-0. 2-0. That was kind of close. Kind of close to us to end there. But Jay, over
Yeah.
on Carl, the DPS output on this guy, I don't know if you caught that. The boomerang just deals so much damage, even when you're on the far end of the receiving side of the boomerang. It still does double damage, coming out and going back in. Just
Yeah. The big thing there, I think, is both sides bank too many gems on one teammate. And then when that one guy went down, because that guy would get chased, right? That when the minute that one guy went down, they lost all their gems and they had to pray that there was another teammate to pick up all the gems. But conversely, as they were chasing, the guy that respawns just goes to the mine and then it gets like 3 free gems out of nowhere. So I think it was a good play by FS Resonance towards the end of the round to kind of split the gems amongst their teammates so that even if one of them got taken out, they would still have a majority lead over their opponents.
Yeah, exactly. And that is the strategy that you have coming into these games. When you're competing at this level, strategy plays such a key part. If you're just coming into this thinking that like, okay, I'm just going to come here, I'm going to shoot my shots and take people down, and maybe that's all I'm going to be focused on. If you're not thinking about, okay, maybe I'm going to want to have this teammate to have this many gems, and then I'm gonna have you want to spread it a little bit thin. You want to have everyone playing their part and teamwork coming into this, and that's how you're gonna win. But Mutaguru is having a little bit of a tough time, and unfortunately, that's already 2-0.
I think they had a better lineup in that second round, but just it was just down the strategy, right? It was really weird. Like it was going back and forth, and just a bit unfortunate towards the end of that second round. So we're just waiting for the players to get back into the lobby, and then we're gonna go into the next map, which is gonna be Layer Cake, and it's gonna be Bounty. So it's gonna be very similar to Gem Grab, except that for you start off with 2 stars on your head, which is basically like a kill, and then every kill you get adds a star. But the important thing to note is the minute you die, you lose those stars. So you have to be very tactically, careful about where your team moves, because if you don't want to put all your stars on a super aggressive brawler, but at the same time, if you do get that guy to get maybe 2 or 3 kills, you're going to want to ask him, hey, don't push out, don't overextend, come back and be a bit more passive so that you can hold the lead.
That's very true. And once again, it's like we mentioned, Bounty, it's team deathmatch, but don't die. So overextending is definitely something that you don't want to do. And I hope with the group, maybe this time they'll actually do better, because it used to be that they perform slightly better when it's those like 1v1 duels, but you definitely don't want to play such an aggressive brawler. And taking a look at this, we're already in it, we're rumbling, and we do have a Sprout over on Parklow, so he's going to be controlling all that space. Jay is on Piper, however, so if he does land his shots, it's a sharpshooter, it's those long ranges. Look at that damage, and just like that, Parklow is actually already eliminated, so this could be interesting. We do have 3 stars on both sides right now. Look at how safe they're kind of playing things. They're just on their own sides and playing out the space, but Jay, he's landing his shots.
Yeah. Noping trying to go in and put some of the mines in the bottom, but here come the grenades. Noping is going to go down, so that's going to be another star in favor of Mutiguro, but Resonance will equalize. So now they have 8 stars because Pakalos gets dropped, so he gains 3 from that, and they kind of did a trade. So 8-7 on the star count so far. Resonance with a short lead, and I think they're going to want to just stick back. See the Sprout already, like you said, putting up that wall at mid, so they want that map control. And this could be dangerous. They're into a kill zone, all 3 of them sticking together. And now they're starting to push up on Mutiguru. They have them trapped in spawn now, and they're just going to rain down damage on there. Here come the suitcases, and Rejoin almost going down, but fortunately, not just yet. Mutiguru, they need to get a kill. They need to secure one. Pakalos might go down. He's getting a lot of damage onto them, but he has to be careful not to get taken out. Puts the Sprout wall up, and that's going to push him back, and he might survive. No, he goes down. Just too much of an overextend, Quack, and Resonance will gain 3 stars.
Yeah, Phil, this is just really tough. I mean, 10-7, and Mutiguru, they're having such a tough time. I know Parklos is putting up those walls and really pushing them back, but Jay's just landing all of his shots. Look at that, and No Pink as well, pushing them and zoning them out with those tick bombs. And that's that, 12-7. FS Resonance takes away this first map.
They were so close though. Like towards the end, they were able to, Muthaguru were able to push Resonance all the way to their spawn, and all they had to do is flood a bit more DPS into that, and they couldn't. They missed their shots. And if they did, that would have been a huge lead for them. That would have been at least 6 stars plus the additional stars that that Resonance had picked up, and that would have surely sealed the lead for them on the first round. So just again, a bit of hesitation. Like it's all about skill shots, right? And they just, I mean, they must be frustrated that like we got them to spawn and we got them all the way there, and all we had to do is just get a couple more damage points, and somehow these guys just are able to juke around all our skill shots. And so I think that's something that they need to kind of now calm down and chill and be like, okay, we need to come up with a better solution to these problems, and we also need to make sure that we are staying calm and collected and are working together to hit our targets and to complement each other, so that even if one of us misses, we have the follow-up damage to help us out to secure the kills.
That's right, and that's really what it's all about. It's teamwork. It's still a 3v3 game. So when you have the number advantage, when say use your teamwork to your advantage, right? You got 2 brawlers, let's just gang up on one guy, take them down one by one, instead of kind of spreading it out too thin. We saw Parkalos, he was on Sprout, he pushed them so far back, but somehow he was just there alone by himself, and things just kind of got a little bit tough for Muthaguru back there. So if we actually take a look at FS Resonance strategy, however, they were playing things pretty interesting. They have these brawlers that can eliminate the barricades, the bushes, so that Muthaguru couldn't hide in them, and just like that, they actually landed all their skill shots, especially on Jay with Piper, and that's that DPS output for you right there.
Yeah, but the games, they just go by so quick, and I think in that mode, especially on Bounty, it's very hard, because yes, you do have map awareness and you want to get the kills, but you also have to kind of take note of which characters do you prioritize, right? Obviously you'll get a kill if you get someone who only has 2 stars, great, but you know, that might not be the most ideal target. You might want to go for someone with like 4 stars or like 3 stars and above, right? So that you get a bigger bonus from getting that kill. So it's very important to have a macro view of the map, and then as a team coordinate who you want to prioritize, and make that split-second decision of saying, okay, we're gonna go for this guy because he's the most beneficial target for us.
Yeah. So anyway, coming into this second round, let's just get ready to rumble right here. So things are actually a little bit different. Jay is actually on Mortis, so he's the dashing assassin. We can look, he's going in for that kill with the Scythe. Just like that. Scythe kill. Easily gone, and it's just so much DPS outright. No Pink actually, so this is an interesting strategy. No Pink is playing on Poco, so he is able to heal Jay up whenever he needs to, as long as he's got his super up, and Jay just pushing all the way back in. Just like that.
So much damage. They're forcing them back into spawn now, and like you said, the tick bombs and the bar, the flame mollos just denying them space. And now Muthaguru are on the hunt. They smell blood and they're going for it. Jay taking a lot of damage, and he's so far away that he can't do his dash. But like you said, he's getting healed up now, and now they're going on the offensive. They have to be careful though. The obstacles are taken out on the mid, and rejoin. He's back up to 7k health. He's on full health right now. They're going in. Jay gets single. He gets a double, and now that brings them to 13 stars up against 6. Now Muthaguru, surely they have to go for it. Jay's getting taken out, but like you said, no ping. Just getting the heals onto Jay, and now they're gonna want to stay back and let Jay. But no, Jay goes in. He's so aggro. Brian almost gets taken out. He's down on 140 health. He's almost down. Jay able
God.
to just sprint away, and he'll live to see another day. And I think Mutuguro are just so lucky that he didn't go down.
So lucky. Look, he's still holding on to his 5 stars, and now Muthuguru, they're controlling the space. They're pushing them all the way back in, but Jay, he's dashing. He can dodge these shots anytime he wants to. Rejoin pushing in so hard and fast with the heavyweight. Oh
Jay
my
has
God,
to be careful
Jack.
that he doesn't die right here.
Jay.
But it doesn't matter. He'll pick up another kill, bringing it to 28 stars. He was a big MVP this round, but also big MVP on this map. Even though he was on like so many stars, like 6 stars, he just kept, dashing out and trying to go for the follow-up kill. And his teammates were able to help him out as well. So that was really good work from them. But he juked them so well, especially when he at that stage when he was at base, just trying to stay alive, surrounded by obstacles, surrounded by molos, surrounded by tick bombs, and still somehow surviving, always surviving on that sliver of health. So really well played by him, and great MVP play.
He's going to be one to look out for. I mean, earlier on we had, who was it, Namiruro, and now we've got Jay. This is very interesting to see. I mean, if he picks Mortis again, I want to see what he's got going on. The thing about Mortis is, aside from dashing in, I mean, it's Brawl Stars, right? When you have sharpshooters and you want to land those skill shots, if you're going up against a Mortis who can dash right behind you, your skill shot is kind of just negated just like that. And even though he kind of gets low sometimes, Poco is there to heal him up. So it's the teamwork coming in from FS Resonance, really.
Yeah, just really good synergy between the brawlers right there for FS Resonance. So commiserations to Muthuguru. They get dropped from the tournament because that is the losers bracket, of course, and FS Resonance will move on to the next stage of the losers bracket. But we'll be back with more Brawl Stars action very shortly. We're gonna go to a short break, and it is a rainy Saturday, it seems, so go and grab yourself a nice little hot drink, maybe some hot cocoa, and depending on what you want, maybe a coffee, maybe a tea, and maybe a blanket or a hoodie. And we'll see you in a few short minutes. Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Seen all there is to see. The answers are already in there. You've asked me the question so many times. Elation is easy to come by. Pure devotion is hard to find. Pure devotion is hard to find. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. If it's time to let go, at least you can say you've tried. But the needs of a woman are changing, and I can't change what I'm feeling. I just can't change what I'm feeling. You fell in deep, you
Welcome back, folks. It's the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. We are going into the next match pretty soon. It's myself, Death Adder, and Quack here joining you on the broadcast, your esports commentators for this event. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. We definitely are here in the studio, in the virtual studio. And very, very interesting thing so far. And as I look down on my screen, it's Quack in his cozy blanket. And I see you're enjoying that very well. I do have my own Pua Oolong tea with me as well. So hopefully we are well prepared for this kind of cold weather coming in. So we're going to bring up the brackets right now and see what our next match is going to be. And already you can see earlier on in the day, Force versus Cloud Gaming, they took that. And Kaz took out Barney Esports, so they go up to the upper brackets. FS Resonance dropping Mutiguru in very quick fashion there earlier in that game before we went to the break. And next up, we have none other than Grassmud Dopin, or Dopin, depending on how you want to say it, versus RSO Olive. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And remember, we are going to be still on the lower bracket round 1 map and mode. So it's going to be Gem Grab on Double Swoosh, Bounty on Layer Cake, and then if we have to force it to a third round or third map, it's going to be Heist on Hot Potato. So all of this stuff, all of those 3 maps and all those 3 modes have been very interesting so far. We saw an FS Resonance, especially on Gem Grab, just chilling on the mine and no one really pushing them off. So we'll see whether that happens also in this coming up game versus Doping versus FS Olive. FS Olive? Was it FS Olive?
RSO Olive.
RSO Olive, sorry.
Yeah.
So let's see. We're gonna go into the game very, very shortly. We're just waiting for the players to ready up. And your thoughts so far on the tournament?
So far, I mean, dude, we casted it. It's been 2-0 back-to-back, these teams, every single time, every single game. 2-0, they're just eliminating their opposition so quickly. And I think it's pretty clear. The difference is right there. When you have the teamwork, when you have the strategy, when you have that synergy between your teammates and the composition between the brawlers, you just outclass your opponents outright. And hopefully, we'll just see how the better teams play this one out. And I saw a lot of guys in the chat, oh, the game's already starting. As I was saying, a lot of guys in the chat, you know, if you think you can do better, join the Discord channel, join the game, find a team, and come and play in this community rumble as well. So RSO Olive will be on the blue and Grassmud on the red. And once again, it's another Mr. P. Tiger Poo already deploying his super. That's that igloo. The little penguins are coming out. He's got 4 gems already, but Grass, they have 2 as well.
Yeah, he got the early pick though, but now Kid Drunken pushing straight onto him. We'll take him out and pick up the 4 gems that he had. We'll drop the second one also. So now they're down to 0 gems, and they have mind control also. So that's up to 8 now, 9 now, 1 more, and they're gonna be absolutely unstoppable, it seems. And now they need to make a huge kind of push. Freeze though, taking so much damage. Tiger Poo, he's forced back, and Swaku can't get anything. That's the 10. So that's gonna start the countdown. 15 seconds to go. that. They need to go in for a big major push, but they're unable to. Here comes the healing, all right, on the mine itself. So they're just going to keep getting more and more gems. 5 seconds to go, and they're just doing so much damage. They're forcing them back, and Olive just absolutely just an avalanche. This tsunami just came over them, and they couldn't do anything at all. Insane.
You said it, dude. Insane. It's the tsunami. You had to say it. I mean, taking a look at their composition coming into this one, we have, I think, sort of 2 heavyweight brawlers, and then you got the Poco there to heal you right up as you need it. It's just such a... It's an avalanche. You can't deal with that. They tried so hard. They had Bo. They tried to dish out that DPS, but it was just too tanky for him. And 10 gems, no factor, dude.
Yeah, I mean the only thing or person they had alive for the majority of that round was Swaku, and he couldn't do anything because he was just trying to help his teammates, and the two of them were just overextending so much and taking so much damage from the 2 sharpshooters, and all the volleys of damage that were coming in by their opponents. So we'll see how it goes in this second round on that map. And it seems like early on they had the early advantage, did RSO, but then right after that they just got picked off. All the gems went suddenly all the way to the other side, and they were just like, oh my god, what happened? We had the lead and then it was just gone.
Yeah, and that's... Oh, it looks like they're actually going with the exact same brawler composition on both sides. And Grass Mud, I like theirs better because look at Drunken. He's on Rosa, and Rosa's super allows her to soak up extra damage. And aside from that, his teammates as well are there to back him up. Anytime he's low, Poco is there to heal up, just like that right there. And Vex as well on Pam with his super. He deploys that little box that if you stand within the circle, you can heal up as well. And just like that, they're abusing that health pool that they have, pushing RSO Olive all the way back into their backlines and seizing up all that space. And that just like that, 7 gems already in their hands.
They need to either like gang up on the left side or right side, and they're all here. They're all like far range, right? And as I say that, they're able to break the obstacle and now pick up the gem. So they're 6-2 right now in favor of RSO Olive. They're gonna go to 7 now as they pick up another one on the mine, but they have to be careful. They need to they need to back off and not take this engagement, and they need to heal up. Swaku now 2.9k. Freeze is there. He'll be able to get the long range kill onto Wiggly, and so that's 7 gems. Freeze needs to be careful though. He's all the way up on the front, and he wants to go for the mega kill. He'll get him, but they won't be able to pick up the gems, and he's gonna be too greedy. Yeah, he's gonna take some damage. He's down to 1.8 health. They're chasing him down. He's down to 400 now, back up to 800, and now the 10 gem cap has hit. So the countdown is coming through. Grass Mud is chasing one to kill. They're chasing after Freeze. He's so low. They're gonna get him. Kid jumps in. Will get the gems now, and it's gonna start the countdown once again. They're up to 13 gems. 14 seconds left on the clock. RSO Olive, they need to make the push now. They need to go all in and take him out by Wiggly. He has 2 gems and he's gonna be right at the front of him. And there's no way, unless they get him at the back, they're not gonna be able to stop him. And Grassmud Dopping once again, stealing the win. It happened again. They were leading RSO Olive, and then it slipped through their fingers again. Like Mud Dolphin just waited for their chance, their opportune moment, and then took it. And it's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that.
They got greedy on that left flank.
They got greedy. Yeah, they absolutely did. And I think they had the better composition. Freeze had, yeah, as you mentioned, a little bit greedy. He got way too many gems over on his side. And when it come down to the wire, when you have all 10 already, all you need to do is to really play defensive and hide your gems, hide your kids, hide your wives. A really old meme. But yeah, you don't want to lose your gems. But when you're down to that last sliver of health, it is so tough. And
so
especially
important.
when you're playing, and when you're playing a fragile brawler, you just don't have enough support. You don't have that health pool that the other team had, and they just pushed in hard like an avalanche and really overwhelmed their defense. And just like that.
The thing is, they didn't have to chase, right? At that moment, they got the kill. Sure, right? He had six or 7 gems all. Oh my goodness, there's like artillery in the sky. But
I know.
Zeus is not very happy at the moment. But they got there and he got the kill. He had 6 gems. He didn't necessarily have to go and pick up the gems. He could have just left the gems and they still would have had the lead because they had mind control. And he didn't. So he got greedy, went for the gems, and then, Doppin basically were like, oh my god, he went for the gems, he's out of place, and now we can chase. And they chased him. His teammates couldn't help him because he had overextended, and then just wiped him. Like, why? Why would you do that? And his hero didn't have any dashes, right? So he couldn't escape. So he was so slow moving, slowly trotting his way back to his teammates. And then his teammates couldn't even body block. They couldn't really help him out. And then when they were ready to go for the counter attack, once they lost all their gems, it was too late because RSO had a guy in the back, Doppin. They had a guy in the background, and they were body blocked by the two other brawlers. So just really outplayed on that map. So they will take the first map to 2-0, and we're gonna head to, I think, Bounty. Yeah, we're gonna head to Bounty on Layer Cake. So as I bring up the map of Layer Cake, let's have a look at what the possible meta might be.
It's
And it's an interesting map.
but yeah, it is.
So not that many obstacles in the way, and this was the map I think we saw kind of earlier where you have a lot of avenues of attack. So we're gonna go into the game. Take us away.
Okay, so it looks like Freeze is actually playing on Frank, the Frankenstein. He's got that huge hammer, and watch it out, because when you lay down the law with that hammer, you swing it. It's got a slow wind up, but the thing is, it hits hard. And Frankenstein has that super where he can actually land a stun, and once you're stunned, you're locked in that position. And that's where Tiger Poo and Swaku can actually back you up and dish out that extra DPS and build out that super. So it's really going to be interesting to see Grasma, Doppin. This time they're going to have to play a little bit more careful. Freeze also has that huge health pool right there, but look at how Drunken is actually controlling the space with all these tick bombs.
Yeah, Drunken with Nani just doing so well, right, at the back and just zoning out that right flank. So it's forcing them to play to that tempo and forcing them to come into the left. But again, Wiggly Wiggly with the Sprout, he's able to shut down any of the pushing lanes if he wants to. And here comes the special from Drunken, does a lot of damage onto Freeze, but luckily for him, he's going to be able to go back and regen. Swaku helping him out right there. Trying to get mid control, but so far, RSO Olive, the only one to get killed. Bang! Vex finally gets a kill onto Swaku. He'll go down, and Vex is going to want to back off. 2-1 on the star count at the moment. Dopping really having a lot of patience right now and just have to chill out. Freeze with the hammer gets a lot of damage on the Drunken, and he's down to 120 health now. They need to back up, but they're all the way in spawn. They can't go anywhere. Oh, no. He needs to put up. Here comes the special though. The boom chases and will take out Freeze. So they're up to 4 now. But here comes the reply kill. Tiger takes 1 out, and that's in the form of I think it was a Wiggly, but Wiggly will get the revenge kill, dropping him right after he respawns. 9-3 on the star count as Swaku goes down also. Freeze still in the back. But that's going to be match over, and Grasma, Doppin, they will take the first round pretty easily. It was so weird. They were forced back into spawn and still were able to get the frags.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the frags. It's Bounty after all. And I'm just going to have to do a callback to what you said earlier on. When you're out of place, it's time for us to chase. And that's kind of what happened towards the end there when we saw with Freeze. He's on Frankenstein, and Frankenstein's, well, not really Frankenstein's Frank, but he's such a slow-moving brawler. As he's the big guy, you know? He pushed us in. He kind of got Drunken to such a low sliver of health, but he just couldn't capitalize on it, and he really wanted to chase him down, but that just overextends him, and he's out of place at that point, and that's exactly how Grasma, Doppin capitalized on that situation right there.
They didn't make use of the Frank as well, right? Because he has so much health. He is your meat shield. And they decided to go for a split down on the left lane against Sprout of all people. You want to go up against the brawler that can zone you out, that has so much defense. I don't think it's such a good idea. Maybe perhaps wait for Frank to get his special so that he can smash through the obstacles and then flood in and also be a meat shield, and then you can get all the stars that you need. But you know, the patience wasn't there, and the kind of game awareness wasn't there, unfortunately. So Dopping, even though that they got, you know, trapped in their spawn, they were still able to come up on top.
It's really, really tough, and I think Arzo Olive, they have to be really careful here, because if they want to stay in this game, after all, it is the lower bracket. If they lose this next one, they're out. So, oof.
Yeah, it's tough, and the games go by so quickly, right? As we can see, especially Bounty happens so fast. If you're able to get those 9 stars, it's over. It's all over Red Rover. But Olive now up against Grandma's Dolphin. If you just joined us, it's the ESL Asia Community Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble, rather. Excuse me. As we get back into the game now, Arthur Olive taking a lot of damage here. All that DPS down onto the killing lane. Freeze again. Freeze is isolated and not helping out his teammates. Now is actually a good time if he wants to go for the flank and come back in. And now he's doing a lot of damage, getting so much. They just need to capitalize on it. But no, he goes down. All the DPS suddenly from Grasmont Dolphin. They baited him in and took him out. Vex now on 10k health. So much health, and now he can zone him out if he wants to come around the corner. Goes for the big smash, doesn't hit it. Freeze coming again. Also, Tiger taking so much damage now, and now Tiger Poo will go down, so they get 2 stars from that, and now they're up 4-1.
It's just a big boom going back and forth right here. I don't know if you noticed, Grassmud actually, it's a mirror match. They went with the same composition that Olive are using, and Olive, interestingly enough, didn't switch things up. And Vax just kind of built up a really nice supercharge back there, because Swacker just healed Tiger, and he just laid down the hammer twice in a row back to back right there. Things are going to be really rough because the freeze is overextending.
Yeah, they've isolated him, and then now they're going for the bottom 2. They've killed him. Now they have the advantage. So they're going to isolate Freeze as well. Freeze will go down, and they're already at 10 stars.
10 stars!
And they're like, well, okay. I mean, if you're going to give us a guy who's isolated, we're just going to kill one of you, and then we'll go and chase the guy in the background because he's so slow. And that's Freeze. And now they're coasting to a comfortable lead, 10 stars to 1. Unless Arzo Olive can somehow, like, if Freeze is able to come around the corner, he might be able to stop him. But another kill as Vax takes out Swaku. Freeze is isolated now. All 3 of them going to take him out, and that will bring them to 16 stars. So they drop all their stars once again. And now here comes the final push from Grasmod Dolphin. They know they can die if they want.
Not even.
And that's going to be the match over. So Grasmod Dolphin picking up that win. And again, they're going to move on to the next phase of the bracket, of the losers bracket. So congratulations to them. Commiserations to Arzo Olive. Just couldn't get back into the scheme of things, couldn't work together, and it was just so hard for them to try to claw their way back in. They were getting isolated, right? And then they're just losing the chase after that.
Yeah, really getting isolated, and I think that's the biggest part. Grassmat actually, they looked like they were having fun there. I mean, they swapped on over to Arso Olive's brawler composition. They went the exact same thing, just to kind of show, like, hey, we're better than you. We're gonna use your team composition.
Yeah,
and we're gonna beat
and they were doing it so successfully, right? They were like, instead of Freeze going around and flanking, they actually used their Frank coming through the middle, sticking with the team, absorbing all the damage that Arso was throwing at, and then the chase came in, and then Freeze is just like off in the middle of the corner of the map, just like freezing himself and just literally chilling. I mean, I don't know what was going on, but I think that's gonna be it for that game. We'll be back with the next match very shortly. We're gonna go to a short break, and Quack and myself will be back with more Brawl Stars action, more ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble, brought to you once again none other than ESL and Supercell. We'll be back shortly.
Summer is fading. I can't see our hearts healing. I just can't see our hearts healing. You fell in deep. You've already been there. You've already seen all there is to see. The answers are already in there. You've asked me
Welcome back, folks, to the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. We are gonna get back into the mix of things, and big shout out to all of you guys tuning in. If you want to, if you want to support the guys and you want to see more community tournaments and keep supporting this tournament, do like the stream, share the stream as well with your friends, encourage them to come and watch, because the more number of viewers we have, the more we can go out and of course get more tournaments going, and really it shows Supercell and ESL Asia at least that there is a huge demand for these tournaments. So the more you guys support, the more tournaments you get, the more prize pool you get, and the more events you're going to get as well. So myself, Death Adder, and joining me also is Quack on the broadcast, and we're going to show you the updated brackets right now to see what the next match is. So just previously, Grassmud doping or doping, depending on how you want to say it, took out Arso Olive, so they move on to the next loser bracket round. And I'm pretty sure we are going to see now, if I'm not wrong, the upper bracket final between Force and Kaz. So that's going to be interesting to see. I've been told Force at the moment, if I'm not wrong, is a mix of players between PSG and New Artisan, and they seem to be veterans on the scene. Like PSG, I think among the top 4 in the world. I think, if I'm not wrong, I could be outdated. And New Artisan also very, very old veteran players. So this is going to be a pretty nice match either way that you look at it. So if we are doing this upper bracket final, it's going to be a best of 5, if I'm reading this correctly, if I'm not wrong. So we'll see whether that, if we get corrected. But if it is a best of 5, it's going to be Siege for the first map. It's going to be Siege on Factory Rush. Second will be Gem Grab on Minecart Madness. Third will be Brawl Ball on Super Stadium. Fourth will be Heist on Pit Stops. And if we need to go to a tiebreak, it'll be Bounty on Canal Grande. So, Quack, what do you think so far of the matches? I think, Force versus Kaz, that's going to be an interesting matchup, man.
Definitely interesting. We saw a couple of MVPs earlier on today. I want to see, Nami Ruro again with his Daryl plays, and Tara as well, but Jay as well on his the way he plays Mortis and everything. It's I think the thing about these teams so far, that the difference between the winning ones is that they've got the teamwork, they've got the strategy laid out. They know that, okay, if we have the advantage here, we don't necessarily need to go in and seize gems. We have control, let's just hang back. They're playing the long game, and they really have the strategy nailed down. They know what they're doing. So if 2 top teams facing off against each other, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see. I don't know. I mean, 48 brawlers once again, and of course,
traditionally, the further you go through the bracket, the closer the games go. But no, it's not going to be the upper bracket match. It's going to be lower bracket between Barney Esports versus FS Resonance, and we'll see how it goes. So already, once again, it's all about map control, right? So we're on Gem Grab, and on Double Swoosh is the map, if I'm not wrong. It seems to be, and it's all about mid control, isn't it?
Yes, taking a look at this, we can see that all 3 members, they're all spread out on all 3 lanes, and they're just fighting off each other individually. But right now, Barney actually has pushed FS Resonance all the way back into one side, and looking at Zykia and Rejoin, they're actually pushing all the way out. They're trying to take out that healing box that Pan has laid down from Box himself, actually. So things are kind of even. Barney and FS, they both have 4 gems on each side, and things are both ways pretty even, actually.
Well, they have a good heal box right there on the bottom right, and that's helping them stay alive. But unfortunately for them, they're down by 2 gems because they don't have mind control, and now starting to claw their way back in. There goes Saikia, he'll be able to take out Snake, and that's good work from him. So now their gems will go all the way up to 11. So it kind of didn't work out for them because he gets taken out and loses his gems as well. So now the countdown has started already. 5 seconds to go. Barney Esports, they need to push all the way in, get the kill, but it's just too late to do anything. They're able to go all the way back to their spawn, our residents, stay alive, and basically just wait the timer out and take that pretty easily. So a bit unfortunate right there. They were able to push Barney Esports all the way down to their spawn and then get control of the mine. It's so important. As said, and we've seen time and time again, so important to lock down at least one of the entry lanes that your opponent is trying to push through, and then just if you do that, you can just spam all, so much suppressive fire, so much range and DPS onto the other lane, and just have control of the mine. Basically, just have one guy there eating all the gems up, and then when the opposing team starts to try to counter attack, you can just send that guy back all the way to your spawn, and then use your remaining 2 teammates to like DPS and kind of delay. And especially we saw the tipping point once you get the 10 gems, it's pretty much over.
Pretty much, but now looking at this, so their team composition is somewhat similar, although Rejoin is actually on Bo, and Bo is a pretty interesting one for Jam Grab because his super allows him to deploy these 3 traps that are unseen to the enemy. So if they step over it, there's that little beeper, and pretty soon they're gonna explode, and there's that little stun as well. So FS Resonance, they are doing a pretty good job of controlling the space right here and right then. Box has his healing box deployed over in the middle section of the map, and that kind of gives him that much space to work with, but Rejoin and Zykia, they're pushing in hard. They want to take it down as well. So Snake and Box as well, they're really trying to contest this, and you can see that trap going off right there. Both teams right now kind of controlling the space, but Jinx, he's having a tough time right there as well. There are already 3 gems, and 4 actually coming out in the middle right now in the mines.
Well, Rejoin almost down. He gets the kill onto Box, but then they get the reverse kill as well by Snake. They've lost their healing. They've lost their healing beacon, and now it's so hard for them to get back because conversely, Resonance has put down their own, but they'll get the kill onto No Ping and now start to pick up the gems. Still in the lead though, our Resonance, as they're just getting the gems that are on the edges. Sidecat needs to make sure he doesn't go down, and now he goes down, so they lose all those gems. And the countdown has started because Barney Esports just get all of them. Now they'll drop some as Rejoin drops Snake, but Jinx will drop Rejoin right after that, so they'll be able to hold on to the gems. And Jinx is all the way back in the backline now. All he has to do is stay very far away and just do all his ranged attacks. They're back up to 5 gems now because Resonance do have the gem, do have mind control, but I don't think they're gonna be able to pick up enough gems in time. And they're going to pick up now. They're going to pick up 1. That's 6. They have 7. They need to contest. They need to get at least 1 kill. And they can't. They chase Box. And they're so close. So close to taking and closing this out. But now it's tied. 1-1. They've been able to claw their way back in. Have Barney Esports. They got the early kills. And then sent the member back once he had all the gems gobbled up. And were able to hold that and resist. So if you saw early on, they had mid control and they shut down the right lane, even though that meant that they couldn't get onto the gems very, very quickly. But they played the long game and they were patient and steady and just waited.
They really did. They played it out. They were patient, and that's really why they came out on top. Things are even right now, and it's very interesting to see. Of course, we're going to go into the 3rd map, and right now they're actually sticking with the same composition, but No Pink actually switching over onto Ems, so she's gonna be spraying out the perfume right there. And the interesting thing about that is that it lingers after it's shot out, denying space once again. So controlling the space is so important. And with her super, if she does deploy it, it's actually this area of effect all around her, her brawler, and that's just gonna push Barney Esports all the way back because they don't want to stay anywhere close around her. That they're gonna take damage if they do. And look at this, Zykia. That's the thing about how he's playing Gene. He's landing those crucial magic hands, and Snake does as well. Pulling them in and taking them out, and that's the big play for Jam Grab right here. 6 gems already on FS Resonance.
Yeah, they got the kills when they were taking the opportune moment, and they got the kills. Right, here we go. Jinx just overextending too much. but he did that kamikaze to allow his team to try and get mid control, but it didn't work out because they weren't able to capitalize it. No Ping just doing so much damage with Daikya as well, and now already up to 8 gems. Are they boxed in the grass? They don't know exactly where he is, but they have an inkling, and No Ping able to spray that perfume down, and now the countdown will start. 10 gems already. Funny Esports, 2 of them down. Snake goes down as well. All 3 of them wiped. They now are in the middle, but they just have to chill, and they need to chase Resonance. If they don't get a full team wipe, that's it. They're out of it. 10 gems up to 3. Here they go, trying to get Daikya. So close, and that would have been 4 gems down, and that would have been the match point to them. So Resonance taking map 1, which is on double swoosh. They'll take it 2-1, and we'll go into the next map. They're gonna have a lot more confidence on that. Barney Esports merrily missing out on that on taking that second round, and so we're gonna go to Bounty on Bounty, I think, on Layer Cake. And if we look at this this first game, very interesting. Both teams well versed in strategy. Both teams kind of know the map really well. Just really small advantages here and there. And as you can see, they're pretty even Steven on the skill count, like on the skill level.
Rather even, but also for sure just kind of inching back and forth right over there. I think the thing about gem grab is that when you have a Gene player, it's so important to land your magic hand, and sometimes they land it and then they don't, and then the other team just happens to land the crucial one at the right time. Really, when you have the gems, they know, okay, this guy's the one we're going to want to eliminate. Let's all prioritize on him. Get ready, I'm going to grab him. And then that's exactly how they do it. They grab him down, they eliminate those players, and that's how they have all that space to pick up all those gems. And it's just a little bit tough. You also saw towards the end of the map there, the Ems player, they were kind of ganging up over on Box, and just he didn't have room to breathe. He couldn't heal his teammates as well, and just like that, it's really tough for Barney Esports back there.
Yeah, and I think in that previous map, it's really interesting to see where they put down their heal box, and the timing of it seemed to be so crucial as well. So the placing of where it was, the timing of where it was, and what brawlers they kept in that. And it worked out for both teams pretty well, actually. It was just like down to the wire when either team had someone who went in for like an all or nothing play and just overextended just a tiny bit. And that was the difference between winning and losing. And as we saw just now, if like Barney was so close, they're like half a second away from killing the Resonance player with the most. I think it was before they were able to kill, I think, either No Ping or Die, and they would have actually brought it to like 7-6 at the death, like beaten by the buzzer. So they literally were saved by, well, they literally were beaten by the buzzer, and Resonance was saved by the bell, essentially. So we're just waiting for them to come back in, and then we're gonna head into the next map, which is Layer Cake, and the mode's gonna be Bounty. So let's see whether they go super aggressive, or they're able to kind of settle down, be a bit more patient, and take their time.
Take their time, and hopefully that's what they're gonna do here. So we do have, once again, Jinx actually on Sprout this time, and that's just gonna enable him to control all the space that he needs to. But Jay, we've seen him play before. He's on Piper once again. If he lands those crucial shots like he does right there onto Box, look at him. Half health already gone. He picks up that extra star, and that's just going to give them the lead.
Yeah, so they do get that early on, and now they're starting to get mid control. The tick bombs are all over the place, and they're trying to see, what's the best way of attack. I think they're all just trying to chill out and wait for the fact that, or wait for the time when the obstacles actually go down. But No Ping with the flank now on that left side, starting to zone them out. He actually might be able to get a backstab in here, and here comes the special. Jinx takes a lot of damage, down to 1.9, and they're just trying to get mouth control both sides. But the obstacles are just such a hindrance at the moment. Jinx down to 1.4k. It will heal up now. and Snake is just being very cautious as well. We're starting to see them push in, but it's just they're just trading. Now some of the mid obstacles are down, and that's going to give Barney Esports a bit of an avenue of attack if they want to. But once again, nobody wanting to risk it. Jay down the middle will get a shot onto Fox, and Rejoin also just narrowly missing out on his rocket. Jay though, from long range, gets the snipe, and that's gonna bring him up to 3 stars now. Now all they actually have to do is just hold on for dear life and just play this out. And I don't think they're gonna have any issues.
God.
Jinx takes a lot. Again, Jay hitting the snipes.
That's that. It's already 3 stars for FS Resonance. Barney not finding a way to contest this at all, and Jay just having such a good time sniping them back and forth. Rejoin picks up another. It's 7 stars, 9 stars, and Barney just unable to do anything at this point in time. They will lose this first round, and that's bounty for you. Oh my word. Jay back there. That's how you play Piper.
Yeah, I mean, he got those snipes on early on, brought them to 2 stars, got the 3rd snipe, brought them to 3, and then at the end, you know, Resonance was like, well, we kind of have to go for the push now. And then they already, like, by then, Resonance had already locked down, you know, where the angle was going to be, where they're going to push, which was mid. And Jay was there waiting with open arms, and all that DPS couldn't claw their way back in, and pretty easy for Barney to pick up that round. But, you know, they're not out of it yet. Resonance could claw their way back into this game, and Bounty is very interesting. They're trying to get map control, and I think both sides couldn't really get a footing into it, even after the obstacles were taken out, because the tick bombs from both sides were just so on point. And Jay just, I think, really good foresight from him to know that there's only one avenue of attack for both sides to try and get their damage through, and he took the shots, and he was hitting the shots.
Definitely hitting those shots, and just like that, Resonance is in the lead, and once again, Jay is still on Piper. Both teams actually with somewhat of this same composition box, actually this time on Gene, so this could be interesting if he does land one of those magic hands. I think the thing about this map is that if they are able to eliminate those obstacles, if either team takes out the bush over in the center portion of the map, that just gives them all that much more space to work with. Resonance will be revealed instead of being able to hide in those bushes, and I think that's what they need to do, but they're having a little bit of a tough time right now. Jay is a little bit low, so he's going to hang out back, and they're just really back and forth. Nobody has any stars at the moment, controlling all the space. They're just dodging in and out of cover and laying down that suppressive fire on thick. Resonance just dodging back and forth as well. Both teams just really neck and neck, hiding back and forth right here. Looks like Resonance wants to pick up the star, but Jinx will actually pick it up instead. And that's going to be the first star over for Barney Esports.
It did, and now they can actually just hold on for dear life if they want, but I have a feeling Resonance are going to push in pretty soon. Jay is all the way at the back, trying to get his snipes down, and he might connect. Oh, Box able to juke, but he'll take the damage now from that second follow-up, and now he's down to 1.8, but Jinx will heal him back up with really good positioning right now at the moment, and he's just holding down that right flank, not allowing Rejoin to come through. And here comes the push from Resonance. No ping on that left side, gets the tick bomb, and we'll start to hopefully get his special out. They cancel each other out through Sneak and No Ping, and now they're running back. They need to be careful not to give it up. Here comes the chase from Barney Esports, gets the snipe onto Jinx, gets another snipe. Here comes the special. Jinx is gonna go down, and that's gonna bring up to 4 stars to 1. So Resonance, 2 seconds to go. Barney Esports need to do something, but they can't do anything, because even if they did, they wouldn't be able to get enough stars. And just like that, Resonance take the series to take that map to 2-0, I think it was.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take it 2-0.
Jam grab, yeah.
And and they will also take they'll take Bounty to 2-0 as well.
For Jam grab was 2-1, and then Bounty was 2-0. Yeah,
it's 2-0. So Resonance move on to
overall.
They'll move on to the next stage of the losers bracket. Commiserations to Barney Esports. They put up a valiant fight but just right at the very end on Bounty, just
Right a
couldn't
little bit.
edge their way back into the game. So we're going to go to a short break. We'll be back with more Brawl Stars action in a short bit. See you soon.
So many times, elation is easy to come by. Pure devotion is hard to find. Pure devotion is hard to find. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. Who knows what's in it for me?
Jen?
So evidently,
Jen, are you there?
you let me down gently. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. Who knows what's in it for me?
Welcome back to the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble, and we are almost down to the end. It is going to be the last game for today, but don't worry, don't fret. We have day 2 tomorrow, and that will be even more exciting matches because I think the majority of all those matches are best of 3s, like for 1 or 2, and then it's all best of 5s. So even more action happening tomorrow, and that's going to be a lot closer, I think, than the matches today. But good stuff all around. Not all the matches were like super one-sided. We did have some pretty exciting matches that came down to the wire, but it's gonna be the last. It's gonna be the last match of the day, and we're gonna show you the updated brackets right now. So it's gonna be Grass Mud Dopping up against Cloud Gaming. That's gonna be the last game for today, or the last matchup for today. And then tomorrow we'll have the upper bracket final, the losers bracket round 3, which is the loser bracket semis, the loser bracket final, of course, and then your grand final, where we will crown the champion of the August Cup of the East Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. So we'll go into the map of Grass Mud Dopping very, very shortly. And once again, it's going to be on. It's going to be on Gem Grab. So Gem Grab on Double Swoosh, Bounty on Layer Cake, and then if we force it to a tie break, it's going to be Heist on Hot Potato. So, I mean, so far, right, Quack, like, it seems to be the big thing on Double Swoosh for Gem Grab is to run a Sprout to not only lock down or deny area, but also with that long range attack, you can keep spamming those abilities and keep like suppressing that whole lane, whether you want to choose on left or right. But then the biggest thing also is that heal, right? If your teammate wants to go and jump in and then jump back, you just have to be in a bit of a passive position where you're behind the wall, behind the obstacle, and then as your teammate comes in, you heal them up. So I think that's been one of the pivotal brawlers in Gem Grab on Double Swoosh.
For sure, and I think aside from that, and it's Gem Grab after all. So the interesting thing here is going to be how you control space, and that's pretty much what Sprout enables you to do. But coming to this, we're already jumping right into it. We're gonna have Grass Mud Dopping versus Cloud Gaming. I want to see what they've got going on here. So Cryptic's actually on Tara, and that's gonna be interesting because her super allows her to kind of do this like a gravitational pull. It slows you down, it stuns you. Vex is on Tara as well, actually, and aside from that, it's a little bit of a mirror match because we also have Mr. P's on both sides, this and the bear guy. But Kid Drunken, now, he's on Gene, so the magic hand to grab you out, that will be a crucial one to look out for. If he lands it, that could deny all the gems that they've already hooked up so far for Cloud Gaming. Once again, Mr. P, the interesting thing here is to be able to deploy your super and let those little penguins push it out. But look at Kid Drunken, and unfortunately for him, he's going to get eliminated. And that's already 4 stars for 5 for Cloud Gaming. And
5 gems going off to that side. Now they pick up another one at the mine, and there's 2 more to go. Vex wants to go in, but he has to be careful though. He's down to 800 health. Wiggly Screw will be able to pick up the 2 gems. So now it's 6-4, up to 7-4. Cloud Gaming just with a slight lead, and now Grass Mud Dopping. They need to decide what they want to do. Are they going to go up and go for the chase? Are they going to stick at the mine? And now on that left side, Vex goes down and loses 2 gems. So that's going to bring it to 8-3 on the gem count. Cryptic almost going down, but Drunken will get the better of him. So that's going to bring it to 11, and now the countdown will start. 15 seconds to go. They need to go for the chase, but they're getting locked down by this bear guy so well with the sprays. Vex is going to die also, so he's going to have to respawn. And Cloud Gaming are going to take this quite comfortably.
Very, very comfortably.
It seemed like it was back and forth, right? Throughout the whole game, but then right at the very end, just that one kill opened up the whole game. And I have to say, this bear guy did so well transitioning between that left lane and that center lane, and just peppering everyone, doing so much damage.
That's exactly how you want to play it out. You control the space. You basically have control over the middle lane, and then that allows you to switch back and forth. And once you do that, if you capitalize on those crucial kills, that just means that all of a sudden they don't have that teammate to contest that area. And just like that, grab out those 2 extra gems, and I'm set for the game. I'm going to pack it up and just hit all the way back in my base. Cap it out. You can't reach me, and that's how they win. It's just so tough for Grasma to play this one right here, right now. So Wiggly Spoon actually gonna switch things up a bit. Oh, no, actually still on Tara. Very, very interesting to see Drunken actually switching over onto Mr.
He's
P
not doing
instead
very
of
well
Gene right here.
though. Like he's not doing very well against this bear guy, because this bear guy is just like Wiggly Spoon is not able to hit anything, and this bear
look
guy
at
and
that,
the
yeah.
bear guy, they're just synergizing so well.
This and they're definitely synergizing well right here, but Grassmod actually, so Drunken has 4 gems right here. As long as he doesn't lose them, I think Grassmod will have a
That's the key
significant
thing, though, right?
advantage
He
coming into
doesn't lose them.
this. Yeah. Oh, things are looking a little bit rough. We're lobbing all those suitcases, and the igloo is already out as well. The little penguin's coming out. Wiggly is having a little bit of a tough time right there, getting suppressed by this bear guy. And look at that, Vax actually pushing all the way up front, flushing Cloud all the way back.
And the thing is, Vex is doing really well. So now they have mind control. They have 8 gems already, and Cloud down to 1. So they're gonna force it, I think, if they can hold on. Unless Cloud Gaming can somehow magically take out Drunken. And here comes the countdown. 10 to 2 gems. Gonna count down from 15. They're gonna make that big push now. They're chasing after Cryptic down, almost down and out, and Drunken able to hit that suitcase. One more. Cryptic gets taken out. Drunken so well, doing so well on that, and he's gonna take out this bear guy as well. They're gonna gank up. The bear guy also goes down, and they are able to force it to a 3rd. My goodness. And I think that round, King Drunken was just hitting all of his suitcases so well. Like everything was sticking to where he wanted to do it. Everything was sticking. He was taking out multiple people. They had him locked down. Like they had Vex locked down on the left, but Drunken just like he just carried his team in that round.
Yeah, for sure. Carried his team. He carried those suitcases as well, picking up all those gems. And just like I said, as long as he held on to him, that's all they needed for their advantage to just keep it rolling in. I mean, that's all they needed to do. He had those 10 gems, pack it up, you know, just hang back. And just like that, his teammates as well, helping him to defend towards the last few minutes back there. I mean, last few seconds. So they're actually sticking to the exact same composition on both sides. It's going to be neck and neck right now, right here. Kid Drunken once again lobbing those suitcases. He's actually going to pick up the first 2 gems, and that just gives him that lead that he needs. And hopefully
I like this
history
split
will repeat itself.
I like this play because Vex knew he was getting dominated on that left lane. So he switched out with Wiggly Spoo, who has gone to that left. Vex switched over to the right, and he's doing a lot better now up against Cryptic. Oh, in the background is this bear guy. He's getting isolated. He's going to go down. But that means that Cloud Gaming will have the advantage at the mine, and now gets taken out. So now they're going to go back in. And Kid Drunken, he's a ninja. He's a ninja penguin, man. He's gotten 1 gem, 2 gems. He's just getting all the gems, and he's juking all the suitcases as well. Wiggly Spoo down to taking a lot of damage. This bear guy, oh my god, the special onto him. He gets taken out by Wiggly Spoo. And Kid Drunken, it's the ninja penguin from Batman. He's just sneaking around all the way. He has 7 gems now, and he's just chilling behind that middle barricade because they can't really get him. He knows the range of his suitcases, and he's just hitting all of them. Now all his teammates need to do is just stay alive. Bear guy now with 4 gems, so now it's starting to equalize. Vex able to chop 1, so all the gems are down. They're up 7-1. Kid Drunken down to 1.4 health. He needs to heal. So he's trying to get the Vex and finally get there. Oh no! The bear guy in Cryptic trying to chase him down. Vex just trying to is just spraying down Cryptic as much as possible. Drunken just needs to you know, do a bit of a solve for them around. And now Cryptic gonna take out Wiggly Spoo. Could this spell the end for Drunken? Drunken is just trying to sustain and get the damage. They're trying, he's pushing, he's doing his best because what he wants to do is bring it to that 10 gem countdown. So now he's got 9 and they're gonna go for the last one. But what are they gonna do, man? What are they doing, Quack? That gem has spawned.
That gem has spawned. But Drunken is so low, he can't afford to lose 9 gems right now. And this bear guy as well. He's 9 to 9. It's all up to that one last gem. Hard to suppress it. Oh, Drunken, he's so low. He has it though. And both teams actually have 10, so the countdown's not going to go in just yet.
He needs to get the Vex to
lead Cryptic away. Oh boy.
Cryptic gets it.
Drunken.
But Vex gets taken out. Oh no, they're chasing him. The beggar, no! no, Dragon goes down. But back to pick up the gems though. Brings it to 12-11 as Wiggly Spoon was able to get a frag down there and pick up 2 gems as well. It's 12-11 now, Cloud Gaming. They have mind control. So it's 12-12 and the countdown has been cancelled. So it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down to the wire now. They're able to pick up the next mine. They both have control of the mine now. It's going back and forth. 15 seconds to go. I think Cloud Gaming might be able to inch this out just by a margin. Wiggly's will trying to get to the gem, but this bear guy will pick it up. 13-30 is gonna go. They're going all in now. Both sides. It's going crazy. Vex is chasing. He'll get the kill. All the gems are gone. Cloud Gaming. Everything's gone. It's a disaster. 27 gems to 0. Grasma dumping. They went all in. Cloud Gaming couldn't sustain the pressure, and they are gone. It is GG. Oh my goodness gracious me. Grasma dopping. They'll pick up the gem map. Oh no. It just went so wrong right at the very end. Oh my god. 27 gems. 27 gems.
I've never seen that before. 27 gems. Oh, Death Adder, that was a close one. Wow.
What happened, man?
Take a second and be like, okay, that was such a close game. It just seemed like it came down to Drunken versus this or the bear guy. It's Mr. P versus Mr. P. They were both holding on to those gems so well. It came out to 12-12 and then 15-12.
Why wouldn't you just like chill out and like maybe force it to overtime or like I don't know. They just roll the dice and then they like Cloud. They just I don't know. I'm so confused. Why? Why? And it's not like they like went left or like they didn't go like just come back from like center, right, and then like move back towards base. They went to the corner where they could get stuck, and then the whole jump just happened, and they just got smashed.
They got jumped, dude. They got jumped, and just like that, that's how they seize those gems. That's the thing. When every single gem is all down to one member, it's your job to secure that one guy, protect him at all costs.
Pretty much.
But somehow he's just caught in that one corner, and they just saw it. Okay, that's what I need to do. He's there. Let's all gang up on him. And just like that, every single gem is just poof, gone.
You know what the cool thing was, I think, as well, that helped Grasma dopping right there, is the fact that they put down the heel right at that corner when they went to place in. So I think maybe some of those heel ticks just help them edge out Cloud Gaming on the DPS front.
Definitely. And that's why Pam is such a helpful support brawler when it comes to these clutch situations. Such a clutch situation. Just absolutely, oh my god, knock the wind out of me back there. So coming to the next round, it's gonna be Bounty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be Bounty on Layer Cake, and very balanced map. This one we saw both teams have, from the previous games, like both teams have had issues because you essentially, if you're not pushing on the flanks, there's only one area that you can really snipe / damage and throw damage in, which is that middle lane. But like nobody so far has been able to kind of breach it, right? We had Jay in the previous matchup where he was just really good with his snipes, but then nothing else came out of it. So it wasn't like super amazing plays. It was just like really accurate skill shots that won them the match. And I think we only ended the match, the highest that we got was like 3-1. That was like the highest we got on the Bounty. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it turns out as we load in. We're just waiting for the guys to load in. But if you just joined us, it is the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble, brought to you by ESL Asia and Supercell, of course. And how this kind of thing works is every month there is a weekend cup, and you can take part in that cup. If you get a top placing, you do move. I think if you get first or second, you get put into the monthly cup final, which is what we're having now. This is the August, for the month of August. This is the grand final, cup final for that. And then prize pool allocation, I think it's $90/$40 for first and second place, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong, check the website. And then on the monthly cup, basically first place walks away with $1,000, second place $480, third place gets half the $240, and then fourth place $140, and then fifth and sixth walk away with $40 in cash, both.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were right there with the 90 and 40 qualifying. So if you guys want to join, just hit ES all up on the Discord channel and join these games. You could qualify and you could walk away with all these cash money as well. But let's just jump right in. They're already rumbling. Cryptic and the Bear guys, as well as Wigglies. They're pushing in with the Sprout, hopefully trying to lock them in back in their spawn. Look at that.
No.
The Bear guy actually already eliminated. So it's just tick bombs left and right. There's that cage. And now the Bear guys, they're all trapped. They're trapped in their spawn.
They can't do anything. They literally can't do anything. And Cryptic can't, because like he doesn't have his line of sight, right? He can only snipe in his line of sight, and he can't. And being zoned in into a spawn like that with all the obstacles around, he can't do anything. He can't have a material effect on the game. So he goes down on that right flank as he tries to escape, and that brings it to 5-0 on the star count in favor of Grassmud dopping.
Ooh, look at that. And that's exactly the strategy that they're going for here. You can see Wiggly Peen is actually trying to lock them into their spawn with those tick bombs so they won't want to push out of there. And then as well as the Sprout player, he's going to lock them in as soon as he gets a chance. So all the Bear guys and Cryptic, they're just stuck in that corner right there. And once Brock comes in with his super, that's that huge splash damage. 11 stars to Grassmud already. And it's going to be so hard for Cloud Gaming to climb back right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
That special. Look at this Bear guy. He gets hit by it. It's already down. It's 15 seconds.
No.
Oh boy. It's just tough. Cryptic is so low as well, and he gets eliminated. It's another star. Look at that. The super is coming out, and they're just flushed back once again, unable to connect their skill shots whatsoever, and Grassmud takes the first round. That was... That's that strategy coming in for you right there.
They got locked in, right? And it was so hard for them to escape after they got locked in, and like they couldn't get their snipes off because they were stuck in, and the obstacles were blocking. The Sprout blocked them in as well, and then all they had to do was just keep throwing the bombs over the obstacles, and like they couldn't dodge, right? Like Cloud was trying to figure out a way to get out of the whole situation of being spawn camped. And the only way they could is when they died and then got that overshield / spawn protection shield and then pushed out. But even when they did, there were 3 people waiting for whoever came through that lane. So tough day at the office, but they're not out of it just yet. You know, Cloud Gaming could claw their way back in. So let's not jump the gun and come to the conclusion that, you know, Grassmud Dopping has already won the match, because they can still go either way. And yeah, they just need to make sure that they don't get stuck in their spawn pretty much, and don't give up mid control.
Ooh. So hopefully it's going to be a little bit different. Cryptic's just going to go rushing for that 1 star. Now he's on Mortis. Mortis, though, this could be interesting. So he's going to try to close in distance with his dashes right now. But Wiggly Spoot, he's going to contest him right there and then. But look at that. He has that shield, so 50,000 points of health, and now Cryptic will just delete him right off the bat. And that's already 3 stars for Cloud Gaming. Just like that. Like you said, let's not jump the gun. Cloud Gaming are still in this. They're trying so hard to control the space right now. And this Bear guy will play Sprout as well. So both teams contesting for that space instead of, you know, going for suppressive fire back and forth and locking Cloud Gaming back in their spawn.
Cryptic going in for the kill. But he missed his first 2. But we'll get that follow-up from his friend or his teammate, the Bear guy. So they'll get 1 kill, and they'll bring them up to 5-0.
That was pretty close there. I don't know if you caught that, the tick bomb, the special from Wiggly Peen back there. It almost caught him, but just in the nick of time. the bear guy will delete that special right off the bat. Now
Yeah.
Cryptic trying to go for that rush once again. Look at that.
Again.
And it's really tough. Ooh, but Wigglypeen will delete him right back, countering his dashes. And that's
Yeah, he's just
teamwork coming
keeping
in,
an
you know,
eye.
the support.
Yeah. He's just because they know that Wigglyspoo is getting marked by Cryptic, so Wigglypeen is just making sure that his teammate is okay, and if he needs some help, he just pop some of his bombs over and help his teammate out, because Wigglyspoo can't get like the full fatal damage on him.
Yeah.
So now we're down to 5-3 after they get that kill, and 15 seconds left on the clock. So Grassma dropping, they need to push up and they need to chase. But all Cloud Gaming need to do is either go in, Cryptic going for the backstab. He might go for Vex. Yes, he goes for Vex. He takes him out. So that's gonna secure the round as they get another one.
Right.
Cryptic will drop Wigglyspoo, and that's gonna be it. Brings it to 1-1 on the scoreboard, and it's down to the wire.
I mean, good job, Cloud Gaming. That was a smart pick. They knew that that's what they were trying to go for back there, Cryptic. So he just countered them outright. You know, switch on to the dashing brawler and close in the distance. Your long-range abilities no longer going to work, and just really, really, really good. But Grassmat also good effort, actually. They saw that he was trying to go for that counter, so the team were coming in, just kind of inching it out. But unfortunately for them, when it came down to the wire, Cryptic just managed to go in with that backstab. That was beautiful.
Yeah, they didn't really have anything that could stop him once he went in for the dashes, like just so much DPS from him. And that's the danger, right? When you go for a composition where most of your brawlers are long range and can't deal with short range brawlers of your opponent. It's kind of a trade-off, and really great work from Cryptic to pick up that brawler that can close the distance so quickly and put on so much DPS. And he knew who to isolate. And early on, Grassma did kind of have an inkling and were able to spot that out. But then towards the later side, when the rest of Cloud just started to just throw tons of DPS on them, they're just so distracted that Cryptic was able to go in backstab and just to isolate the people that he needed to.
Yeah, and that's just really, really good effort from both teams on this side. And this will bring us to a third map. I'm very, very curious to see what they've got going on here. So it looks like Cryptic actually going to stick with that same, but Vex actually going for the mirror. He's going with Mortis as well. They're going to be dashing into each other at some point in this game. So it looks like Grassmud, Vex actually managed to pick up that first star. So now this and the bear guy, they're trying to zone them out with the Brock, trying to land those skill shots. He knows where Vex is, and look at Vex. He wants to close in the distance. He's just waiting for that opportune moment right there. But the other members as well, Wigglypoo and Peen, they're just lobbing those grenades, trying to stop Cryptic from pushing in. Now 2,600 points of health. He's so scared. He's going to have to rush back with his tail between his legs. Both teams kind of neck and neck right here, but look at that. That's that bush already gone.
He needs to be careful.
Ooh!
Oh, he's able to get out. So lucky.
So lucky. He got out just in the nick of time. But look at that. If we look at the map right now, so that bush is already gone. That means that Cryptic will no longer be able to hide right there. Now it looks like it's going to be 2 dashes. Ooh.
Oh, Cryptic went for the kill on Vex, but he jukes him out, and now they're trying to go for this bear guy. He takes a lot of damage, and Vex is able to get away. But I think he might get zoned out. No, he doesn't. So he's able to get out, and he's able to heal up. And now just trying to slowly peel away. But Cryptic gets behind enemy lines and is able to isolate. Vex comes in also, trying to get the kill. He'll get taken out though. This bear guy says, no thank you, you're not gonna get us. And they'll pick up another kill. So that brings it to 4-1, doing a lot better at Cloud Gaming. Grassma Dolphin, they need to think about what they want to do. Vex is zoned out by the AoE up top. Cryptic gets taken out by Wigglyspoo, so that's gonna equalize it. He gets 3 stars from that kill. 9 seconds, 8 seconds on the clock. We're gonna see a big push from either side. Or are they gonna try and force overtime? That's the question.
Oh, I think it's a draw?
It's a draw.
It's a draw.
I've
never actually seen a draw before.
Do we have a draw? Does that bring us to a third map? So we're gonna get one replay of that round for bounty, it seems. And it could be anyone. Well, but what happens if they draw that round? Let's see if our magical production guys will give us more info. Well, League Ops will give us some more info about what happens if we go to to another draw. But interesting stuff. Cloud Gaming they held on for dear life there because it was almost gonna slip. Oh, okay. So basically, if there's a tie break, what we've been told is we keep playing over and over again until somebody actually wins the map. So that's gonna be interesting. And I think the players, I don't know whether the players are aware of this or whether they do know, because I was going through like the rule set and stuff, and I couldn't find that part. So it's interesting. We'll see how it turns out.
Very interesting. I mean, that's just gonna give us more entertainment, if anything. So, I mean, Vex and Cryptic back there, you know, these guys, they're both going for that same strategy, trying to, you know, going for those sneaky backstabs, dashing in and out, and just, it's definitely interesting to watch, if anything. They both got 4 stars there. It almost looked like, I think, Grassmud had it in the back, but then all of a sudden equalized. So both teams play really safe, you know. I mean, it's down to the lower bracket. They definitely don't want to get eliminated, if anything. So playing it safe, just very interesting to see. It's gonna be bounty once again, I think. So hopefully,
yeah, it'll be bounty once again. So we'll keep playing until someone actually wins a round. So what happens? It was interesting to see Vex actually change up, right? Because he knew that Cryptic had changed up as well in that second round when it wasn't as effective. So it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out, what the composition is going to be, and whether they're going to switch out, because they do have that Sprout on both sides that's doing a lot of healing. We didn't see any zoning from the special. I think maybe perhaps because they didn't get the special charge up. I don't know, maybe. But definitely it's going to be very key to see how Cryptic and Vex are able to isolate, you know, their opponent and take out their opponent, but then very importantly able to get out of the danger situation once they get the kill.
Yeah, that's the thing about playing that dashing assassin, but it looks like they're actually going for the exact same one. But instead of Vex, it's going to be Wiggly. Vex will actually be playing Daryl this time, so this could be interesting. I think what he's trying to go for is that if Cryptic comes to dash in, he's going to use that close range point blank shotgun damage and just take it right out of the board. It's actually a counterplay coming in from Grassmud right now, so Cryptic, you know, biding his time, being careful. Grassmud is the one that's trying to counter Cloud Gaming right here, but Cloud...
They have to be careful not to get locked in, though.
They do. So this and the Bear Guy, they're actually playing those long-range brawlers, trying to zone them out just a bit. So it's actually kind of neck and neck right now. Grassmud, they do have that first star, and that's that lead.
This Bear Guy, there we go. He's got his special, and now they're locked in. They've shut down the avenue of attack. Here comes the missiles up over the top. Again, some of those obstacles are taken out. So 2 stars already for Cloud Gaming, and Cryptic is just waiting. Wiggly Spoon knows he's there. Here comes the slash, counter slash as well. Wiggly pinned down to 2 health. Oh man, the rocket misses. This Bear Guy almost getting that kill, but now he's getting isolated by Wiggly Spoon. But the rest of the team comes back, and they'll be able to take him out. Vex though comes through with a shotgun. That's a lot of damage. They don't have any heals up. 2k.
Wiggly
gets another shotgun kill. Wiggly gets the kill. Cryptic goes to reply. 7 now. Wiggly Spoo takes him out, and the bad guy trying to chase Wiggly gets the special out. The volley comes through, unable to get the kill. So Grassmud Dopping able to escape with a 1 kill advantage.
Oh, look at Vex's position. If Cryptic pushes through, the shotgun could just take him right out, and that's gonna be another star
Vex
for
has to be
Grassmud.
careful.
Oh, he's gonna roll away
They're
to safety,
chasing.
and now
They're
Cryptic wants to
chasing.
get
If
that
they- are they
star.
gonna get it?
Ooh,
Oh.
13, 13. What?
What?
Wait, what? Screenshot on your face right there. This is, I'm just. So it's actually another draw, guys. It's another draw. We're gonna replay it once again. Both teams, they're just really.
Wait.
Steven.
Cloud came around the left. They chased the guy. Last minute, got the kill. Where did the second kill come from? Where did Grassmud like just what?
I think it
Because they
came from.
sneaked in 13-12 and then what? What? Huh? I didn't see the
I think it
second
came
kill.
from-
I didn't see anyone backstab. I didn't see anyone get like the reply kill or
I think it was
Any,
towards
like-
the right lane. It was either Wiggly, Peen, or Pooh. Peen or Pooh. But yeah, it was the Jack player, the one with the jackhammer. So he is a heavyweight brawler. He has that extra
Yeah.
health. He managed to push in and dealing that close range melee damage. That's the thing that secured like all those extra kills towards the end there, because it's that big AoE that he's got on the jackhammer. So securing those extra kills just suddenly brought it up to 13-13. We're gonna go again. Hopefully, maybe it's gonna be another draw. Both teams, they're going for the same composition right now. But look at that, this bear guy, those sprout seeds, it's going hard onto Wiggly. He is so low on health. And Cloud Gaming actually has that first star. That's a star power
Vex.
deployed by Wiggly. Vex is so low. Look at Cryptic. He wants to get him, but Vex will thankfully get away with that
Yeah.
little sliver of health. That
has
little
to be very
pixel.
careful. Yeah, you can't
Oh, Wiggly could be
overextend.
caught out right here.
He could, but this bear guy, remember, he's been hitting all his bombs, so he might have the zone out, so he can actually trap them in their spawn, and then Cloud could get that kill.
They could. It's wow. Okay, Grassmud a little bit overextended right here. I'm actually very scared for them. Look at Cryptic Vex going back at it again.
This bad guy, he
These
definitely
guys.
has the sprout wall ready. He definitely has his special ready.
Oh,
But
yeah?
the question is whether he's gonna zone them in and keep them. Double kill coming out from
That was
Cloud,
huge.
and now Wiggly
Wiggly
trying
wants
to
to
come
go
in
hard.
with the AoE
Ooh.
attack. Oh, they zone him in, and that's three.
could be
Just
it.
like we said, that's 7-0. It's not over just yet. There's probably still like a minute to go. Wiggly's going all in with his special, and now here comes Vex with a double. They have them together. He's gonna go in. They get one. They get two. Will they get three? Cryptic so low, down onto 1k health. 7-6.
Wiggly.
They have a bit of patience. Wiggly down, and they'll get the frag on him. This bear guy. So that's 9-6 as he drops 3 stars. Now the question is, what are Grassmud dropping? What are they gonna do about it? The 15-second countdown has started.
All they need is to either take down Cryptic or this bear guy. It's 3 stars. That's all they need. But
Oh,
unfortunately
so
for them,
close.
Vex just pushed in too far. And that might be game over. 3-2-1. Wiggly.
Oh no. Wiggly had his special up as well. All he had to do is somehow get into range, and they would have gotten a triple. But he just couldn't.
He just couldn't.
Oh man.
So I think
So
Cloud
I
Gaming
think-
takes that one.
Cloud take it. So they move on to the losers bracket semis, and that's it for the day. So I mean, is it one apiece?
Oh wait, yeah, no, it's bounties. Oh yeah, Grassmud had 1 point.
Yeah, so
and then
Grassmud, yeah,
Cloud
they
Gaming has
took gem. Grassmud took gem.
We're
Cloud has
actually going
taken
to go
bounty.
to Heist.
Hi. Oh, interesting. Heist. We haven't seen that in a
This
long time since the first, the first games in the upper bracket.
Yeah, those
So
are 2 games.
Heist on hot potato. It's close.
These two
It's gonna be
teams, oh my
close.
God. It's gonna be close, but Heist, it's one of those maps. It's long range. You got the safes on both sides. They need to close in that distance. I think we're gonna see Daryl the Barrel again over on who is it? Can't remember. This bear guy, the bear guy. But yeah, I mean, these two teams we saw towards the end there. I think Vex actually overextended just by a little bit too far. I know he wants to cross swords with Cryptic once again, but you know, it's just when you're down to that last bit of health, if you just go in throwing a Hail Mary all of a sudden, it doesn't always pay off. It's high risk, high reward, and right there, the risk, you know, all three guys staring down at you.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
gonna
much.
give them Cloud Gaming the extra stars. So, Heist, this could be interesting. Whichever team takes it will, you know, take the match, and that's gonna be that for Cloud or Grass. Ooh.
So we haven't seen Hot Potato yet, and as I pull up the schematics, oh, this is interesting. So many avenues of attack, so many entrances. There's like 8 entrances that you can go into. So we might see a lot of ninja attacks, possibly. We might see, you know, earlier on where we had a shotgun just going straight at it for the vault. And here we go.
Here we go, and that's that long patch of grass right in the middle section of the map, and that's where I think these guys want to duke it out. It's going to be crucial if they are able to actually take out that grass and kind of reveal their location. So now Cryptic's actually playing Max, who's going to be the fast zoomer character. Vex is on Max as well, so Cryptic and Vex actually back and forth. Now Drunken and this bear guy as well. It's a mirror match on both sides. All three
they're
of
getting
them
pushed back.
going back and forth. And look at this. Wiggly just pushes right in a little bit too far. He's gonna get taken down. But looking at Grass Mud's save, they're actually down to 93% right here. Oh, Vex wants to go in. He's pushing in. He's trying to take down a little bit of damage. It's gonna be 96. Maybe he can get it 93, 95, actually 91. And now Cloud Gaming having a little bit of a tough time.
Drunken.
Look at Vex.
Wiggly's put at the back as well. They don't know that he's taking him out. And finally, they do reply. Drunken will drop this bear guy. And
now
but
Cryptic.
already down to 50. And now here comes the counterattack. Cryptic landing some shots, bringing it down to 92. So a bit good, a bit bunch of decent damage, a good chunk, of decent damage. And now they're back once again fighting at the middle. So Cloud, Grassmud topping, they're gonna be happy to just chill out and just wait because they are in the lead by a huge amount. And Cloud Gaming, they're gonna have to isolate someone and move in. But unfortunately, this bear guy, he goes down. Cryptic now with the special, he's gonna rush all the way to safe. But that means Drunken and Wiggly Spool are gonna be able to have clear shots on the safe, and they can't go. That was a bad move right there. Oh no, Cryptic. That was a bad move trying to go for it.
That was it.
Yeah, Cryptic tried to go for the backstab, I think, and it just didn't pay off, right? And that just allowed Grassmud to come in too easily.
A little bit too easily, and then I think that's just exactly how Grassmud has it. It's kind of about momentum when it comes to Heist. You know, as soon as you have that advantage, it's very difficult for the other team to come back unless you kind of eliminate all the members and they're down to that respawn. They have to wait before they can come back. So it just didn't quite happen for Cloud Gaming back there. Cryptic, you know, tried to go for it, but Grass, they still had all those players up to do all that damage, and now it's just going to be a little bit different. Looks like Cryptic will switch over onto Brock this time, and it's going to be this bear guy going for the max plays. Once again, it's even back and forth. Cryptic will take out Drunken now, and Vex actually going down as well. And this just gives Cloud Gaming all that space to work with if they want to push up right here.
Oh, they were so low, Cloud Gaming, but luckily for them, like you said, able to take out Grassmud doppling. But Cryptic on that left side, he's trapped though. Vex going for him, but this bear guy will be able to help him out, so they'll trade kills, and no one getting the better of each other. But Cloud Gaming were able to get a couple shots down the middle from this bear guy, bringing down the safe to 93 health.
There's that grass patch all gone, and now all of a sudden Cloud Gaming, they don't have that space to hide, and this bear guy taking out Drunken actually. So Wiggly, he has that space since this bear guy was distracted. to just deploy his special all over Grassmud's safe, and now they're down to 78%. I mean, Cloud Gaming, sorry, actually. Grassmud has the advantage here.
They do have the advantage, but they're pushing in now, Cloud Gaming. So if they can isolate one, and they're gonna isolate Vex. Vex is gonna go down, and the heals will come through from the bad guy. They will get a shot down on Drunken, who now on 2.4k. Quickly through long range volleys onto the stage. This bear guy almost going down, Cryptic down to 2.1, trying to body block on the stage, but so much damage. What's that? 56, 54 versus 59 on the stage count, but now so much open space for Wiggly's who they're not body blocking, they're not trying to take him out. Drunken and Vex is staying alive, and that's gonna be it. Grassmud Doping will pick up the game 2-0, and that's gonna be it. They'll win the series 2-0 as well, and they'll make their way to the next phase / stage of the losers bracket, which will be the losers bracket semis. And that's gonna be it for the day here on day 1. We'll be back on day 2. It has been the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. We're gonna show you the updated brackets right now, so you can see which teams are gonna be playing tomorrow in the upper bracket final, and of course the losers bracket semis, and then the losers bracket final. Quack, you want to give a big a shout out to your socials?
Sure. Yeah, so once again, of course, this is the Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. We're your casters. It's Death Adder and Hey, I'm Quack. You can find me on Twitter at Hey, I'm Quack, and pretty much everywhere else as well. Death Adder, what about you?
I am, I think, Death Adder SG on Twitch, and also Death Adder SG on Facebook, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Dude, on Twitch,
so,
what do you stream, man?
I do mostly Destiny 2 and Valorant, but we are here for Brawl Stars today, so that's what matters. Brawl Stars. Right. So we're gonna show over. I might stream Brawl Stars actually now, because I'm quite liking the game. But let's see. The brackets will be on screen now.
There we go.
And there you go. So earlier in the day, Force Gaming taking out Cloud Gaming 2-0. Team Kaz would drop Barney Esports pretty easily as well. So the upper bracket final tomorrow, Force will go up against Kaz. Lower bracket today, Residents over Muthu Guru 2-0, Grassmud over Olive 2-0 as well. And then a bit of a very close fight between Residents and Barney Esports, but just Residents too good in the end of the day. 2-0 was their win. Grassmud doping onto Cloud Gaming, as we saw just now. 2-1, very close games once again. And tomorrow we'll be back with the upper bracket final between Force and Kaz. It's going to be Resonance versus Grassmud doping, and then match 3 and match 4 depends on who wins and loses in the upper bracket and lower bracket, of course. And we hope you join us on day 2. Once again, like and share the ESL Asia page on Twitter and Facebook, so you can see more action happening. And do invite your friends to check out the stream tomorrow. We'll be back at, I think, 11 a.m. also tomorrow, if I just double check. Yeah, same time, same place, same streams. And we hope you have a great rest of your weekend. It's myself, Death Adder, and Quack, and we'll see you tomorrow.
and I can be yours.